Hello everyone, welcome to TRENDLINES.com. So we are here live again from Panama. We are gonna have a look today at everything that happened on the market yesterday. So we're gonna of course go to what is hot. So we had some strong moves happening on MULN, on Bbig. So we're gonna have a look at that. We're of course gonna go through the price action of AMC and GME because I know that this is what you want to see every day. We're also gonna have a look at the oil market, which is the focus right now about the equity market. Everybody is watching the next move of EU. Are they gonna ban oil from Russia or not? So this is what the market is focusing on at the moment. So we're gonna have a look at the oil price. We're also gonna have a look at silver, gold, X, which is squeezing, and we have some strong moves happening on Bitcoin. So, morning everyone. Bonjour mon ami. Hey bro. Okay, let me just come back guys and make a coffee quickly. So we're gonna start, I think, with MULN and Bbig because those two stocks are right now very hot. We can see the volume happening. We have some things happening as well on the option market, so we're gonna have a look at that. I fixed my spreadsheet yesterday, it was not working. Today is good, so we're gonna have a look at the synthetic short. We're gonna have a look at the DTC, at everything that can help us to know if a squeeze is likely to happen. And we're gonna discuss also squeeze targets and see what is the stock that is the more likely to squeeze. And I have an answer for that. So let's start very soon. And of course guys, let me know what you want to see. I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat. So here we go, let's start. Like I said, let's first have a look at, all right, Bbig. So yesterday I made some analysis about Bbig and I was telling you that we have this trend line, all right, that gave us already. So this trend line is created, I'm using a logarithmic scale. Remember that whenever we are analyzing stocks that are moving a lot, it is better to use the log scale because it gives, it makes the curve less flat and it's easier to draw trend lines using the logarithmic scale. So for those who are using TradingView, just right click here and you can move from regular scale, which as you can see is not giving much information. I mean, it's giving information, but not as clear as the log scale. So using the logarithmic scale, what we have here, we can see that we had a breakout with volume, but without consolidation. Once again, it's very important to have this consolidation before a breakout, and then it didn't work. We had a fake out. We came back at it, we got rejected. All right, and for the past week, we have again a situation that is to me similar to what was happening back in Jan. So let me remind you what was the reason about this move up. If I remember well, it was about the cryptid spin-off that Bbig is going to have in early 2022, so it can happen anytime. So I think this news is coming back again, and we can see that we have those strong moves up happening on increasing volume, all right? And we can compare first thing, what was the volume trading before, all right? So the volume trading here, you see it was much bigger. So this information tells us that we have still some energy to, the buyers have more energy to keep buying shares because the volume can be bigger. So this is one information. Then we have again this breakout. Yesterday for the first time we closed above this trend line again. Okay, so this is a level I was monitoring, and I would not personally buy here if I use my methods, because my methods rely on the fact that we need to have a consolidation before the breakout, which is creating a nice support below which you can put a stop loss. So here we are not in this case. So it's more a gamble, but it's looking hot and it might very well go at least to 420. But once again, this situation is not perfect to me to set up a trade here. Let's quickly go at, let's have a look at what we have on the synthetic short, yes, because the synthetic short is giving us some information. So bam, 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 BBAG. Okay, so here guys, as you know, I'm retrieving the information about the option market. Okay. And BBAG is hot guys because we have a lot of options. So I'm retrieving right now the put options so that I have the full vision about the option market on BBAG. Okay, so let's analyze this information together. Let me make sure everything is good. Okay, so here what we can see is that first, the regular short as of February 28th, which is the last available date, is 17%. So it might not seem very big, but we have a lot of options. We have 21% of synthetic short that is coming from call options. So let's see where they're coming from. I'm checking at the biggest positions. So March 18th has expired. I'm not taking this into account. So it's April, okay? April here, April 5 call. Okay, this is the most bought one. And this is of course something that can create troubles for market makers. So here, what I wanted to show you is that we have 21% of synthetic short, 17% of regular short. So it's a total short of 40%. But the volume trading is very big. So in terms of DTC, we have only 1.8 guys. So let's check last time it squeezed how many, what was the synthetic short? Okay, because we can compare. All right, so I have this information here. Okay, now it was very long time ago. I didn't record it, but it was roughly around the same level. So we are in the same situation as we were when we had this strong move up. So let's see guys, here it's a gamble. I can give you the resistance levels that are, the first resistance level is at 420. So this is a level where we might see a rejection happening, but usually after breakout, this breakout is better than this one. The reason why is that here, the price action had more time, as you can see, to consolidate around this area. So it's a long-term consolidation. If I look at the weekly time frame, we can see it better. Okay, so you can see the price action paused here and it was testing this trend line multiple times. So now this breakout is to me much better quality. So here I would give bullish. But to me here we are of course bullish. I think we're gonna go to 420. Then what's gonna happen there is to me a 50-50 situation. All right guys, so let me quickly have a look at your question. Hey bro, morning. Okay, AMC look bullish. Okay, we're gonna have a look at AMC when most Andrew. So most could happen to me in April or May, rather May, and I showed you that before already. I can show you quickly again. So this is AMC chart. Okay, the reason why something might happen in May is because we have here this gigantic triangle that is ending, as you can see, around May, June. It depends where the price action is. The higher the price action, the earlier the triangle ends. Okay, so here for example, if we come back to the 18 level on the 17th of May, we're gonna arrive at the end of this triangle. So the market would need to choose a direction, and if things are going better in the economy, if the correction that we see on the global market is behind us, it would probably be on the upside, but we don't know what's going to happen on the market, so we need to be prepared for every scenario. But in May 17th, on May 17th, something will probably, something big will probably happen on AMC. All right, guys, so I'm gonna redo AMC technical analysis later, but I wanted to show you, so I did BBIG. Once again, let me sum up here the situation. We have a breakout that is better quality than before. This is a little bit the same situation that we had in Jan 22. The synthetic short and regular short are high. The volume trading is not at as big as it could be. So we have here some room for buyers to buy more shares. So this is a bullish information. So let's see what's going to happen. But my take is that I think we're gonna move higher, and I don't see the price action going below 280 at the moment, where we have some support created by this trend line, and 420 is the first resistance. And if we break that, then I mean, we really need to know what's gonna happen about the cryptid spin-off, because when this news is gonna happen, I don't know if we're in the buy the rumor, sell the news situation, or if it's gonna be even more exciting for investors because things are gonna happen there, and for every 10 shares in BBIG, they have 1 share in the cryptid spin-off. So this might as well create some more bullish momentum in BBIG. So okay, market is opening, so we open rather flattish right now. Okay, let me have a look, guys, at MULN. So I'm done with BBIG, I'm doing MULN. That is correcting a little bit. Like I said yesterday, I did MULN, guys, and I told you that 360 was a resistance level. We went there, but we were not able to close above. We got rejected and we closed below. So right now, let's first quickly have a look at the technicals. So as you know, volume is important, MACD is important, volatility is important. So here we definitely have a breakout that happened above 180. Since then we're moving higher, but we have not consolidated. So a small period of consolidation could make sense here. We can see the volume trading is still high, even on a red day. So it's better on a red day, it's better to see the volume going lower, which means that whenever bears are winning a battle, there is not a lot of buyers that lost money. Okay, so it's important for a strong move up to develop, to have those consolidation, those corrections, but happening on lower volume. So here the volume is quite high, guys. So I'm not sure that bulls are able to, you know, just push higher without giving some ground to the bears. So let's see. And what is interesting in MULN, so I want to go through that with you today, is to have a look at what is happening on the option market. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing. I'm using my spreadsheet. I'm retrieving all the options. It's very important to keep an eye on those options, because this is giving you a lot of information about the momentum. All right, bam. Okay, so here I'm retrieving the put options. Okay, so the first information that we can see is that the regular short is not that big. It's only 1.2%. And I remember it was much bigger than that a few weeks ago. So we need to wonder what happened here. And I think that you guys are probably aware of that, but maybe some of you are not. And to understand why the short interest has dropped from around 40% to, it was even more than that, I think, to only 1.2%, we need to check what is the outstanding number of shares. And the outstanding number of shares, I get it here. Okay, so I already add MULN here, and for every day since the 28th of Feb till the 15th of March, I'm retrieving the outstanding number of shares. And as you can see, on the 28th of Feb, we had 35 million shares on the market, and on the 1st of March, we had 188 million shares available on the market. So the equity float went from 25 million to 178 million. All right, so we basically got some shares dilution. So bam, okay, shares were diluted by 7. So for this reason, if the regular short interest in terms of number of shares is equal, we're going to have a regular short in terms of percentage that is divided by 7. And this is why the regular short is so small right now. But it can, of course, rebuild. And I want to have a look at what happened on that day, because it's interesting, once again, to understand what is happening on this market. And here, as you can see, on the 28th of Feb, so we saw that here there were a share emission. They emitted 150 million shares. So from on the 28th of Feb, and on this day, MULN took 145%. So we understand the price was much higher and they probably needed some liquidity, so they emitted shares. For this reason, we got a dump the next day, but investors were strong enough, they bought everything, all right? We had 150 million more shares on the market, but it got bought, and we went much higher every day since then. So right now, in terms of synthetic, in terms of short interest, I don't see any big risk for shorts, all right? Let's be honest. So for this reason, I think that BBIG, as you saw, BBIG had a total short interest of around 60%. So it's a lot. MULN has now, with this new number of shares, only 6%. So we're not talking at all about the same numbers here. And the DTC is of course very small because the volume trading is high. We have 0.05. So to me, I don't see a squeeze happening on MULN. But the market cap is not very big, only $600 million US. So we could very well see the price action continuing ripping to continue ripping and reaching some nice levels. But this wouldn't be, I think, a short squeeze. So let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, give me some likes, guys. Once again, let me show you where I am. I am at Gabriel's place. So Gabriel is with me on Discord. We're gonna do some trading today again. We are in Panama, guys. It's amazing. I just arrived here 2 days ago, and I'm gonna do some live trading with you very soon. We're gonna see if I'm gonna do some day trading on AMC and GME, or if I'm gonna go on the SPY or maybe some Forex. We're gonna see what you guys prefer. But it's gonna be very exciting. I'm very excited about this. So let's have a look at the other stocks that we have and everything that was hot. So like I said, right now the focus is on the commodity market. Let's discuss a bit what is happening on the global market. So let's have a look maybe at, okay. Let's have a look at the SPY. It was pre-market flattish. Okay, so this is interesting. We are moving up 60 bips, but once again, remember yesterday we were checking this 445 level. That was resistance. We got a rejection from the SPY on the 200-day moving average. When I was live with you, we got rejected and then we came back. So this is a small correction, a small consolidation, but as you can see, it happened on lower volume, okay, which is good. And right now we are opening just below and we are about to break it. So this is looking quite good to me. And like I said, I think that we have some room on the upside on the SPY and that we might very well come back to the 400, at least 450 level, which is the next resistance. The next resistance is actually here. Okay, 447, let me place it here. Okay, so I think that on the global market, we can very well continue to push higher. We took back some energy here yesterday with the small consolidation. Everything is rather bullish. We don't have much news happening coming in the coming week. We only have, once again, this focus on the energy prices, which is creating inflation. So everybody, I mean, investors are looking at that. So here, like I said, rather bullish. Maybe we're gonna come to 460, which is resistance, oscillate a little bit here, and then we need to see what's gonna happen. And what is very important, like I said yesterday, when you check the global market, is to have a look at the VIX. Okay guys, so bam. Okay, so VIX is dropping. So this is totally in line with what we see, but it's still above 20. So as long as we don't have a VIX that is coming below 20, which is showing that the calm is restored in the market, that the volatility is dropping, we might very well see some strong moves down happening from time to time. So we can very well have more volatility because, as you guys are aware of, we still are in a situation that is not fully under control regarding the war, regarding the inflation. So this is what we need to pay attention to, this volatility that is going to tell us if investors are finally you know, calm and not afraid of what could happen. So let's have a look right now, guys, at AMC and GME, because I can see it's moving. Then I'm gonna have a look at the oil market, guys, because like I said, the focus is here for now. All right, so AMC, what did we have yesterday? Bam, bam, bam. So I'm on a daily time frame. I'm using here a regular scale because it's giving me better information. Once again, you need to switch from one to the other to see what trend lines are giving you the best reactions, to know what traders are using. And on AMC, I can see that right now traders are using the regular scale, all right? Before it was log, so it's just switching. So here, what do we have? We were, like I said, coming below the 14.5 level, but bulls managed to take back control. And right now we are, you know, moving higher, but we still have this decreasing volume. So the analysis I did yesterday is still holding for now. Bulls are back in control in the short term, but there is nothing, there is no clear signal of bulls taking back control on the medium term, which could help us to go back, you know, to this resistance area that is around 23, depending when we go there. Once again, this is created by this big triangle that I have here. Okay. So if we are able to come back to this area, so around 25, then we would have a big battle between bulls and bears, because there are a lot of bears sitting here. And once again, the best scenario is that we arrive there, we consolidate, okay? So the earlier we arrive there, the better it is. We have this kind of consolidation, and then we have a breakout. This would be a very, very good information about what could, about a strong move up that could happen. Okay, so we are looking for this kind of pattern. Let me quickly have a look at, so once again, to sum up the situation on AMC, just regarding the technicals, we still have low volume, so no clear signal from there. The volatility is low, so a strong move could happen anytime, because whenever the volatility starts to be very low, usually then it's easier for one camp to take control. So for example, for bulls, by buying a lot of shares and to push the price action at much higher levels. Whenever a lot of shares are trading, it requires more energy to do the same kind of moves. So a low volatility with low volume period is better for reversal to happen. And right now we are a bit in this situation. So let's see what can happen. Okay. And yeah, I wanted quickly to show you what we have in terms of synthetic short on AMC. It's not going to take much longer, but it's good to keep an eye on that to see if the open interest is rebuilding or not. Okay, so bam, bam, bam. So this one has expired. Okay, so you see for now, guys, we are still at quite low levels in terms of maximum synthetic short, which is telling us what is the total open interest on call options. And for now it is not very big, because we had some big expiry that occurred like March 18th, and for now investors have not rolled their position into those very high strikes, which is showing that for now investors are in a wait and see mode, and we're gonna see if this open interest is rebuilt or not. So what else do we have? As you can see, guys, Gabriel is coming back, so we're gonna of course discuss with him what is happening on the commodity market, because he's a commodity trader. Yesterday was a very good day for him. Today we're gonna see. So bam, bam, bam. What else do we have? Yeah, we can have a look at the max pain. It's always a good information. So the maximum pain, I remind you guys what it is. It is the level that creates the more pain for investors, all right, for option holders. So it is the level that is the best for option market makers. And when they do their trades, they always try to push the price action there. So of course they cannot do it each time, but they're trying. Okay. So okay, so this one is for April 14th, guys. Okay, so as you can see, let me change this quickly. Okay, so it's quite high, guys. As you can see here, we have the P&L of the total options that we have on April 14th. Okay, this curve, and we are looking for the lowest level, and the lowest level is around 18. Okay, 18, even maybe 20. Okay, you can see it's rather flattish here, so we don't have, you know, it's pretty much the same for market makers, but definitely it's between 17 and 20. Okay, so let's see if market makers are able to push the price towards this level on April 14th. So it's pretty good. What else do we have? The total short is 20%, the DTC is 2.5. Okay, so let me compare that with what we had before, because once again, what is important is to see the dynamics of this option market. Okay, so we need to compare that to what we had before. And as you can see, the last time I did that was on March 12th, and we were having a DTC of 2.2. So now it is growing a little bit. All right, guys, because the price is higher. The price was at 14.3. So the higher we go, the more in the money are the call options, and the bigger is the synthetic short. So the bigger is the DTC. So here, as you can see, I think the low is behind us. Okay, we can see clearly a dynamic on the DTC. Okay, look at that. Okay, so this is the DTC 1 month. All right, so here we were at 3.5 when AMC was about to squeeze in November 21. All right, so 4 or 5 months ago. Then we dropped because AMC dropped. Then we bottomed with a DTC at 2. And right now, guys, this is interesting because look, AMC is moving sideways, but the DTC is moving higher. All right, so this is a good signal. Okay, it is not, of course, enough to say that bulls are back in control on the long term or medium term, because for now bears are in control, but it is a very good signal of a potential reversal and even maybe squeeze that's going to happen within 1 or 2 months. Once again, let me repeat, guys, why this could happen in 1 or 2 months. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so what is happening now? Yeah, we open higher, we're moving a little bit lower. Okay, but like I said, whatever happens in the coming 1 or 2 months, it's not very important. It's better, of course, we go first higher then consolidate. But if we consolidate first and then go higher, I mean, the outcome would be, to me, the same. What is very important is what is going to happen in April or May, when we're going to be here. And if you guys were watching my video back in the time, I was saying exactly the same thing in November. But of course, I was bullish, guys, and I was hoping for an upside breakout. We had a downside breakout. Okay, so those triangles, whenever they have a breakout, they are usually followed by a strong move in the same direction if the breakout occurs on increasing volume. And this is, you know, this is how I personally build my view. I'm looking for breakouts, I'm looking if the volume is here, and if I have good breakout with volume and consolidation, then it tells me that the market will probably keep pushing in this direction. All right, so what else do we see? Okay, so RSI is still below 50, guys, so we need to wait a bit to see if bulls are again able to go above 50. As you can see, each time it arrived close to the 50 area, like here, it got rejected. Okay, so as you can see, this is another indicator that you can follow. If we're able to stay above 50 for more than a week, then it means that something more is happening on this market, that bulls are really able to, you know, keep the price action at higher levels, and bears are not able to push it lower. All right, so this is what we want to see. We want to see bulls keeping the price action high for at least a week, so that it means that the bullish sentiment is back. Okay, guys, so let me have a look at GME. Then once again, we're gonna have a look at what is happening on the oil market, guys, on the commodities as well. We're gonna quickly have a look at silver and gold. That is not doing amazingly today. So first,
I'm actually adding up.
You adding?
Because yesterday I reduced a bit because it was. I'm in there for a while.
Okay.
So yesterday I reduced a bit to take profit.
Okay.
And yesterday, like today, I see it's really kind of going against, so I'm adding more.
Okay, so basically, I don't know if you guys remember, yesterday we were discussing about a spread between gold and silver, and this is a position that Gabriel is having for a couple of weeks, and today the spread is widening. Okay, so silver is dropping more than gold, so he's adding to this position, and I think that like we saw yesterday, this is a trade that in the long term is often working. The spread is finally going to come back, so this is a strategy that is good to use.
But you need to be able to kind of you know, it can go against you like maybe a week or two, so you need to be able to take this pressure. Like you should not size it, oversize it, I would say.
Okay. So you see the tips, guys, is like don't oversize. Always, you know, this is nothing very new, but keep this in mind. If you have a position that you can handle and that you can add more, you can keep your position even when you are having a loss. So this is very important to be able to hold your position until you finish in the money. All right. So I'm keeping gold and silver for later. What else? We have Bitcoin, guys. I wanted to go with you through what is happening on Bitcoin. Then I'm gonna quickly have a look. Also, Max Payne, BBIG, good to show. Okay, we're gonna have. Okay, let me quickly have a look at that right now. Okay. Okay, so I'm retrieving the call options. Now I'm retrieving the put options, guys. As usual, Shift F9, Shift F9. Okay, no, not yet, it's coming. Okay, here we go. Do I have everything? Okay, let me check. Okay, no, I didn't get it. Sorry, my bad. I was not using the good strikes. I didn't refresh. Okay. So I'm here computing the maximum pain of BBIG by retrieving all the options that we have on the option market. Okay, put options are coming. So as you can see, we have a lot of put options as well, guys, on BBIG, but the number of call option is far bigger, which makes a big synthetic short of 22%. Okay, so here we go. It's an interesting curve that we have. Okay, so here is the P&L options that we have on April 14th for BBIG. So as you can see, it's hard to really have good information from that because I can give you the max pain. Okay, it is around 3, but the curve is very flat. Okay, between 2.3 and let's say 3.1 is very flat. So we have a maximum pain that is below the level we are seeing now. But once again, this maximum pain is, you know, just something that is attracting the price, but it is not the most important indicator to have a look at. The most important thing, guys, once again, I'm coming back quickly to BBIG. the most important thing is the volume, guys, okay? Volume, breakouts. This is what you need to keep in mind if you want to know who is in control. If you see a breakout on increasing volume, this is usually followed by a strong move in the same direction. And another interesting information about the volume is that you can check what was the maximum volume traded last time this kind of event happened. And we can have a look at that because BBIG is, doing this kind of moves for almost 1 year. And as you can see, so the biggest volume traded was in September 21. We arrived at 320 million shares, okay? Then the next time it happened was in Jan 22. Once again, with, it was about the news of the cryptid spin-off. Jan 18th, the volume traded was 280 million shares. And for now, guys, we are only trading 86 million shares. So we still have some room for buyers to buy more shares like they did before, and we are at a price that is lower than it was when we, kind of squeezed. I don't know if I can call it a squeeze because shorts didn't really cover here because we can see we still have a lot of short on this market. So it's not a squeeze, guys. If we have a real squeeze, okay, let's discuss a little bit squeeze targets on BBIG because BBIG each time tried to go higher, but as you can see, shorts have never covered, all right? Shorts still keep their position. They still believe that BBIG can go lower, okay? This is their view, but if things really, go wild and we see some massive moves, so first, when would this happen? This would happen, I think, around the 420 level, okay? If we are able to go above 420 like we did here, but if we stay there more than a day, okay, we stayed here 1 day and the next day we got rejected, okay? So this 420 level is very important, and once again we have the 200-day moving average at 415. So this level is a level that asset managers and big money players are always keeping an eye on, okay? I remind you guys the quick rule you can use. If we are below that, it means that on the long term, bears in control. If we are above that, it means bulls in control. And each of those camps will use this 200-day moving average to increase their position. Okay, so if we are able to go above that level, what could happen is we can have a look at the option market, guys, because it's giving very good information. Okay, the reason being that whenever a big strike is crossed, it creates, as you know, a lot of troubles for market makers that need to buy during when the price action is actually crossing the strike. And here we can see that the biggest strike on the upside is 10. Okay, is it on April? It's probably on April. Bam, bam, bam. So April is here now. 6. Okay, 10. Okay, it's on April, guys. So if something is to happen, first thing is going to be before April 14th. Okay, first information. Because after that, it's going to be much easier for shorts to control what is happening. All right, this is the reason behind that. And we could see a move, I mean, close to 12. 14. I don't see the price action going higher than that, to be honest. If we are able to reach those levels, I mean, if you are in this trade, not financial advice, but taking profits would be a very, very nice trade already. And bam, 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 what else do we have? I'm checking if we don't have a gap here, you know, because those gap fillers as well can have an impact on the price action. We have a lot of traders that are trading gaps on short maturities, and they usually involve big sizes. Okay, we have a small gap here that has never been filled. Okay, so this is one more thing that you can pay attention to. So once again, the squeeze targets, guys, would be between, let's say, 9 and 12. Okay, something like that. This would be, I think, the best case scenario for BBIG. If we arrive there, it's probably going to get dumped. Okay, this is only my view. Okay, let's have a look, guys, at GME. GME is coming back, guys. Okay, so like I said yesterday, I did GME yesterday. I bought back some calls that I had because I was having a covered call strategy, which means that I have shares and that I'm selling a call to cash in some premium. Yesterday I bought back this call because we were having, and I did that live with you guys, we were having this massive volume. And you remember how you should interpret the volume whenever we have low volume on during a low volatility period, so a consolidation on low volume. Then whenever you see a strong volume happening with a big move, usually there is momentum that is created after that, and a lot of buyers hear about this strong move and are jumping in the trade. So this is what is happening on GME today, and we can see GME is moving up by 6%. Okay, so like I said yesterday, the first resistance on GME is at 115 created, 104, so we are coming close to it, created by the 20-day moving average, guys, okay? So this is something that we can keep an eye on, but it's not a very strong resistance, okay? The very strong resistance, you can try to find it yourself. Look at this chart, okay? I will remove quickly the drawings. Just, okay, look at that. The information is here in front of your eyes. What is creating the resistance here? Okay, you can see it's pretty obvious. It's not the 20-day moving average. So the 20-day is of course acting as support and resistance, as it always does. As you can see a little bit here, here as well, one reaction that was that rejected the price action. And here, what is very important to keep an eye on, guys, is that this 50-day moving average, which is right now at 109. Hola. That is right now at 109, is creating the resistance area. Okay, guys. So my take is that, let me get back the drawings. Okay. Okay, so I don't think the 20-day moving average will be strong enough to stop the price action moving higher, but I think we might see some consolidation, some maybe small correction happening around the 109 level. So let's see, maybe around here, you see. So I would personally not do anything for now on my position. I'm happy with it. Okay, and let's see. What is important, guys, on GME? Let's have a look at the important levels, okay? So once again, bam, I'm switching to regular scale. As you can see, I'm always switching from log scale to regular scale, and you should do the same, okay? You just compare the two of them, you draw some lines, and you see where you have the best reactions, okay? And here, same as for AMC, guys, but those stocks are, as you know, moving together. So now, like I said yesterday, guys, we can see that if GME is moving strongly up, for now AMC is today only up 4%. And yeah, I don't know if you remember, but we checked yesterday who was leading the move, and GME had 2 or 3%, was moving up 2 or 3% before AMC. So today AMC has 4% delay, I would say, in this move up. So it should catch up at some point. So let's see. But for now, GME, guys, yeah, so you can see this triangle here is ending, same thing, guys, is ending around, you know, April, May. So let's see what's gonna happen. My take is that we're gonna move sideways, guys, okay? Maybe little up, little down, little bit up, little bit down, consolidate here, and we're gonna have this big question that is gonna be asked. Are we gonna move higher or lower? Of course, we hope for a move higher, but it's gonna once again depends on what is happening on the global market, because as you know, to have a proper squeeze, we need to have the bullish sentiment back on the global market. But for now, what I'm seeing is very good. We can see SPY up 80 bips, guys, right now. So once again, this 200-day moving average is very important to close above on a daily time frame. So it's looking good for now, but it is not enough to conclude that that we're gonna go to 460 or 470. We still need to see if we are able to close above that level or not. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. So I'm checking quickly what is happening on the hourly time frame. You can see, guys, on the SPY, and that's why I want to do some live trading with you, day trading on SPY, because when you use the hourly time frame on the SPY, I mean, technical analysis is very clean, And here, for example, it's pretty obvious that the 20-hour moving average is, you know, acting as support for the price action. So if you want to trade this move up, you know, you just buy whenever we're coming close to here, you put a stop loss just below, and you ride the move up. All right, that's how it works. So I want to do that with you guys. I want to show you how it works, because this is what I've been doing when I was working as a professional trader. I was using the hourly time frame, sometimes 15 minutes time frame, and taking positions. You know, either I was buying the dip or I was buying breakout. So we're gonna do both of those strategies, and we're gonna see which one is working the best. Okay, so let me quickly have a look at your questions. Don't hesitate, guys, if you want me to do anything. Here I'm seeing BlackBerry. It's been a long time I didn't do BlackBerry, so we can have a look at that. Hey Skipper, Patrick. Okay, the 360 resistance. So Skipper has a good question, because on my Discord we were of course discussing BBIG, you know, last month and in Jan, whenever we had this squeeze happening, and 360 was at that time the resistance level. So as you can see, 360 is here. So Skipper is asking a very good question: is 360 still resistance? So I would say that it is resistance, but the major resistance is higher, because we have a double resistance created at 420. Why double? Because we have this here consolidation, here as well we have a lot of recent highs, and we have the 200-day moving average. So we can call it the area 360 420 the resistance area. Okay. All right, guys, so I want to go through my watch list as well with you today. This is what I'm using to take my positions. So I think it's interesting that you see that as well. I want to discuss as well what is happening on Bitcoin. We're going to go to Bitcoin very soon, guys. Okay, so BBBY, okay, I saw you, bro. I'm gonna have a look at that. I'm gonna have a look at BlackBerry. I'm gonna have a look at BBBY. But first, let's have a look at today's opportunity. So once again, for those who were not here yesterday, let me remind you quickly what is the spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, I'm basically keeping a track of around 200 stocks. All right, as you can see here, if I don't put my alerts. Okay, have around 200 stocks, and for each of them I'm monitoring some levels. Okay, so it's like swing trading, so I'm talking here about levels that I'm getting using some technical analysis for the medium term, like a few months. That's why it's quite easy actually to handle. You don't have to change those levels very often, and I'm keeping an eye on either some opportunities to buy the dip, so I'm going to put some support levels or some resistance levels, and whenever the price action is coming close to these resistance levels, I'm going to have a look at a breakout situation. So I'm going to be looking for low volume consolidation, and ideally then a breakout on increasing volume, and if I have that, then I like to take a position. So here my alerts are basically just formula, as you can see, you know. So I'm using this formula, of course. It's not that complicated, but you need to understand a little bit how Excel is working if you want to do that. And then I'm just gonna keep the ones that are giving me an alert. An alert is created whenever we are around 2 standard deviation from the levels I want to see. So here today, those are the alerts I'm getting. So a lot of them were already here yesterday, but I want to have a look at the new ones. So DE, guys, we saw this one yesterday, but this one is hot. I didn't post an alert, and I'm going to explain to you why on my Discord. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. So DE, look at that, guys. Weekly time frame. Okay, so this is a very nice breakout, but tell me what is the issue here. Okay, have a look at that, And for those who followed my course, or for those who are watching my video regularly, you are able to tell me what is missing here. Okay, so the breakout is here. Okay, because we have this consolidation period. So first you need to check if we have low volatility and during the consolidation, and then a breakout. Okay, so to check if we have a low volatility, you can use Bollinger Bands. Okay, so we're gonna add Bollinger Bands. And as you can see here, the Bollinger Bands were getting tight. Okay, so this is a good situation for a breakout to occur. And then here we have the breakout. But what is missing, guys, here? What is missing? Bam, bam, bam. Okay. You can answer in the chat. If anyone is seeing what is missing, tell me in the chat, guys. Otherwise, I give you the answer. But, bam, you can see what is missing. Here is the volume, guys, and we didn't have any volume increase during this breakout. So this is the reason why I didn't put. Yes, bro, well done. High volume missing. Exactly, this is the issue. So it doesn't mean a breakout that is happening without volume can also give a nice move up afterwards. All right, it happens, but it's just decreasing the probability that it's working well. It's basically increasing the probability of fake out. So if you go to breakouts that don't have this volume increase, you're basically taking more risk for the same reward. So it is not something that you should do very often. If you really believe in a stock and you really believe that it's going to go higher, so then sometimes you can do it. But if you want to be a trader on the long run, you should not, think like that. You should just go to the most perfect situations. And here the situation was not perfect, and this is the reason why I didn't post this. Today we're still moving up by 4%, guys. Bam, bam, bam. No, 2% today. Okay, yesterday 2%, today 2%. So in this situation, what is interesting to do, okay, if you don't want to buy this breakout because you are not sure this breakout is good quality, then you wait, okay? And here we can wait a few days and see what is happening. And if we see strong volumes happening on the way up, for now they're still weak, but if we see strong volumes happening on the way up, and then here a nice consolidation and a pullback, then here you can try to buy the dip. Okay, so this is another way of trading. It is not buying high, it is buying low. You have basically two different strategies whenever you trade. Whenever you trade stocks, you can buy high, so buy right away after the breakout, or you can wait for a bullish momentum to happen on, for example, the weekly time frame, and then use the daily time frame to buy the dip. And this is a situation where we can do that, but for the bullish sentiment to be back, we need to see those strong volumes happening on the way up. If we don't see it and then we see a pullback, then same thing, it's not good to buy. All right, guys, I appreciate all the knowledge. Yeah, I'm happy you appreciate that, brother. I'm here for that. As you know, I try to give you the most information. Okay, so this is the first setup we checked. So once again, for this one, guys, nothing to do today. Okay, next one. Okay, we have Mara. Okay, so Mara, I think I didn't have it yesterday. And of course, we have a strong move on Bitcoin. So we're gonna analyze Bitcoin, guys, very soon. Maybe let's analyze Bitcoin right now because it is all related. All right, guys, so let's go to Bitcoin. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, Bitcoin is here and it is ripping today. We have some strong moves happening. I'm not sure why. Did you see a news about that?
No, not really.
Okay.
I just think we've been in the range for a while and then trying to get out of it.
Okay.
I mean, it's when I go higher, but...
Okay, so here, no big news on Bitcoin. We indeed have a breakout, guys, okay? It's a small breakout, it's not very clear, but as you can see, if we use the daily time frame, the 42,000 level, it is a level, guys, that I'm talking about for a very long time. It is a level that I always had on my chart. The reason behind is that it is a very important level where we had a lot of reactions before. Either we get rejected by this level or we find some support when we arrive there, as you guys can see. And once again, the most recent past is the most important. So here in Jan 22, it was acting as support. Then we come here, resistance, breakout, support, we go above, then we go brutally through this level, we find some support at 37, and then again 2 weeks ago and last week it was the level where we were seeing bears, you know, rejecting the price action multiple times. Okay, it's even a little bit higher, it's at 42,200. So now for the first time in the past 2-3 weeks we are able to go above this level. So what does it mean? First, same thing guys, here we're gonna have a look at the volume. So on Bitcoin it's a bit more tricky because, as you know, we have different exchanges, so sometimes you are not looking at the exchange where you have the most volume. So I'm gonna quickly have a look at all of them. Okay, so right now I think I was on Binance, no, I was on Bitstamp. Okay, so let me go on Coinbase. I'm just checking if we have a volume increase. Okay, this is what I'm interested in. Okay, here, look guys, this is what I'm paying attention to. Okay, so this volume compared to that, and for now we have decreasing volume in kind of a range, you know, a consolidation. So it's a good situation for breakout, but we don't have a volume increase. So for now, the move that we see today is not a move that for me is good to buy. Okay, then I'm gonna do Binance. Okay, so I went through all the big exchanges. I can do Kraken as well. Okay, none of them has a volume increase on today's move, and the move that we see was quite big actually. Okay, we're talking about a plus 5% move. So usually when Bitcoin is moving by 5%, we have more volume trading. So this is I would say nice move up, but without volume. So this is not showing strength from the bulls. This is showing that we are still in an environment where anything could happen. All right guys. Okay, so let's do some more technical analysis on Bitcoin. Bam, bam, bam. So we can here draw some lines. Once again, you never know if the trend line you are drawing is good or not until you have some consolidation. Okay, so for now, we don't know if this trend line is followed by many traders or not. So I'm just drawing it, and then I'm gonna wait to see if we have some consolidation. For now, we have a rejection here, a first rejection at 43,300. Okay, so this is in line with this trend line. So let's see if we can see some consolidation below or not. But once again, to know whenever the strong move is going to happen, you need to have some clear signals. For now, we don't have it. So something like consolidation, breakout with volume, retest, and then we go higher. Okay, let me just show you something, guys. I think it's pretty interesting on Bitcoin. Look at that. This was in June 21. As you remember, guys, we were trading around the same levels, around 65,000, and we got massively sold here. And then look at that. It's pretty much what is happening right now. Here we were at 68,000. There was a massive sell-off, guys, that lasts for 2 months, and then we were moving sideways. Okay, and here it was exactly the same thing. Massive move down, roughly the same amplitude. That lasts from April 21 till May 21, so we're talking 18th of May. Okay, 1 month. Here this one lasts from November to Jan. Okay, so this one was a little bit longer. Okay, this moved down, and then we moved sideways for May to July, so 3 months. Okay, okay, it's weird. May, okay, no, sorry, it's 2 months. Okay, so here 1 month down, 2 months sideways, and here we did 2 months where we're moving strongly down, and now 22nd of Jan, 15th of March, and now it's been 2 months we are moving sideways. So it looks to me that this correction might be over. But once again, look guys, in the past, look at here, we were a bit in the same situation, moving sideways on low volume. Look here, low volume, and then bam, look at that volume increase. Okay, that happened here around 38,000. Okay, and this was the signal for bulls that it is time to buy, and look what happened afterwards. All right, a strong rally. So I'm not saying the exact same thing is going to happen. I'm just saying that if we see this strong volume increase that is happening after a consolidation, because here guys, as you can see, you can have a look at the Bollinger Bands if you want to know if the consolidation is good enough. Up, sorry, tack. Look how tight they were. Okay, look here. Bollinger Bands were the tightest, the tightest that we have seen them in the past, year, all right, here. And this is when the breakout occurred. So remember that consolidation on low volume is a good environment for a breakout to happen, because whenever the volume is small, you don't need to buy that many shares or here coins, bitcoins, as you would need to if the volume is high, all right? So this is just a good environment for reversal to happen. Whenever things are quiet, it's easier to make the market move. And here we are not in this situation yet. You can see Bollinger Bands are wider, all right? But they're getting tight. So you guys know what we need. We need a consolidation. We need a consolidation with the market stopping moving for a week or two, and then a strong volume, all right? Just like we had here. It doesn't need to be very big. It just needs to be 2 or 3 times bigger than the usual volume we had the week before, all right? This is enough. So as you can see here, the volume we have right now is very small. So having 2 or 3 times that is not that complicated, all right, guys? So this is the situation on Bitcoin. We can very well get rejected for now. I think we're going to consolidate. I don't think we're going to continue moving higher like that. The alternative scenario is that we are still in a correction that is going to last longer. So we need also to be prepared for that. And we can very well have a WXY correction with, Bitcoin bottoming at 28,000 or even 20,000. So just be aware of this scenario that could also happen. It's going to go together with the equity market. So for now, the equity market is strong, as you can see. So I would say that we are kind of safe on Bitcoin as long as SPY is trading, above this 445 level, even above 430. Bitcoin will not drop brutally unless we have, of course, some news regarding Bitcoin. But for now, we are kind of safe. But once again, this is not a reason to buy Bitcoin now, because we don't have this volume increase. Okay.
Can I ask you a question after?
Basically
on stocks, are you looking at a certain level to basically buy protection? Or like right now, you think it's out of the question?
Okay. You mean on the SPY?
SPY or Nasdaq, are you looking at any point where you would buy put?
Okay.
Because the VIX going down, so the vol is going down. And then if basically we have a retrace because of some kind of...
Okay, so you mean on the way up?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a very good question. That basically... So let me try to answer that. The question is there any level on the way up and any situation where we think it is appropriate to buy some protection? And I think I have an answer for that. So once again, I take SPY chart, or let's take triple Q, guys, because we know that Nasdaq is moving more than SPY whenever things are getting a bit wild. So it's better to get protection on Nasdaq if you want to get some protection. So here, first, very quickly, we are in the same situation. The level is 350. That is the equivalent level of 445 for SPY. For both of ETFs, we are today making a breakout above those levels. So let's see if we hold above that. And the question is, what level would you sell and in which situation? So here, the next resistance level on triple Q is pretty obvious to me because we have the 200-day moving average coming at 370, and 370 is also a resistance level created by a trend line where we had multiple reactions during this breakout. We had here support once, twice, resistance once. So I would say that 370 is a good level to reload some protection. Now, if we arrive there with a very low volatility, so we can keep a look at...
You mean going up slowly?
Yeah, exactly. If we go up very slowly, I mean, it's more risky to take protection because it means that things are calm and that it's going to be harder for bears to take back control. So what I would personally do is that I would keep an eye on the VIX, and if we are above 20, probably VIX would be around here. It's gonna be, I think, at the crossroad as usual. So things are gonna go together. So my take is that we go back to 370 on triple Q, that we go back to 460 on SPY, and that at this time VIX would be probably around 20. And we would need to see if we have the same kind of reactions as we had before, where we found some support here. So if we're above 20, I think it's a good trade to make. If we arrive with the VIX at 18, whenever we reach those levels, then I think it's less likely to give a selling reaction.
Okay, thank you.
So we're gonna then, of course, guys, on my Discord, take some protection if we want. For now, we still have some protection, as you guys know. I'm keeping this protection because I think that things for now are not, we are not out of trouble. So by the way, let's quickly have a look, guys, at today's PNL. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, so let me open my application. And then we're gonna have a look at Mara, guys, because Mara is coming close to some resistance level. Okay, guys, and give me some likes. I can see that you are here. I hope you enjoyed that. So hit that smash that like button, guys. Okay, let me open that. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm coming back, guys. Don't worry. Okay, just opening my application on my phone. Bam! Okay, so I'm preparing for Mara, guys. Okay, but the analysis we've done on Bitcoin is gonna be very helpful to analyze Mara because, of course, this is moving together. Okay, so what was my level here? Woohoo, Baba! Okay, Baba is very hot, guys, today. Look at that. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, give me a sec. Ben, j'ai perdu mon écran.
Il est là, non? Dayline.
Non. C'est le truc avec le PNL. One sec, guys. I lost my screen. I don't know where it went. Okay, let me reopen. Okay, so Mara, guys. Okay, so what was the level we were paying attention to? So the 32 level. So let's see if this level is still the level that we want to pay attention to. Okay. Okay, so why 32 level, guys? Okay, so this is another technique that you can use that I'm giving you here right now, is that whenever a trend line like we had here, we're connecting these two highs, it was broken here, as you can see on in October 21, and it gave us a strong move up happening afterwards. But you can see that after that it has acted as support here, one reaction, and then resistance here. So right now it's gonna act as resistance again. Okay, so let me just try to adjust it to have the maximum number of reactions. Okay, so I'm having this trend line, and look what other trend line do I have. I have this one. So here I'm doing the same thing, guys. I'm connecting the lows. All right, so one reaction, two reactions. Here you can see 1, 2, 2 reactions. So I have 4 reactions. Here definitely it acted as support. Then here resistance. So look, guys, what is happening here. We are coming back to the intersect of those two trend lines, and this is a classic. Whenever you have two trend lines that are visible by other traders, the market likes to go to the intersect. It's something that I've spotted, guys, that is not very easy to understand, but it's something that we often see happening. So let's see. My guess is that we go to 32.5, and here once again I'm going to monitor what is going to happen here. We have the 200-day moving average at 35, so maybe those two are going to act as resistance. But basically for now we don't have any buying signal. You can see the volume is still going lower on the way up, guys. So this is not good. This is not bullish. All right, so so of course it was bullish, here, so there was a very nice trade to do. But when I say it is not bullish, it means that this move is not very strong, so it is unlikely to me that it gets followed by more buyers whenever we arrive at a strong resistance. And here, like I said, 32 is a resistance, 35 is a resistance. So I think that bears are just waiting here, sitting here, and this is the reason why we had this low volume trading on the way up. If bears were lower, then the volume would be higher. Bears are just not trading because they don't think it's a price that is worth selling, so they just retreated a little bit higher, and they're all waiting there. So we have here a bear camp, and if we are able to go through this bear camp on increasing volume, of course we would be bullish. So the analysis we have on Mara is not surprisingly very similar to the analysis we have on Bitcoin, guys. Okay, so okay. Okay, let's have a look, guys, at Baba right now, because Baba is moving nicely today. So Baba is a trade, guys, that we are in. For those who are with me on Discord, you know that I gave you the perfect trade, guys. So let's have a look at that. This is the different techniques, guys. Once again, I remind you that whenever you trade stocks, you can either buy the low or buy the breakout. Okay, those are two different strategies that work completely differently. I like to use both. I prefer to buy breakouts, but if you buy breakouts in an environment where there is a lot of volatility and a lot of fear in the market, like right now, you're gonna find yourself in a lot of traps. All right, so right now it is better to buy the dip and sell the rip. Okay, we are in this kind of market because of this volatility. So on Baba, this is exactly the trade that we have done. And those who are with me on Discord, guys, I hope you jumped in this trade. Let me show you guys. This was here. Bam. So for now I didn't post any alert for the past 2 days, but on March 11th, guys, I posted that buy at 88, buy at 75. All right, we were at that time trading at 86. So the trade was buy at 88, buy at 75, no stop loss, as the company fundamentals are very good compared to its price due to US capital outflows. All right, so this was the rationale of my trade. And bam, look at that, guys. Today Baba is moving again strongly higher. So here we managed to buy the dip at 88 and 75, guys. So it was the perfect trade. And then I personally sold a call. All right, so it's a covered call strategy, because I think that this is the right timing to, whenever you have shares, to sell some calls, cash in some premium, because we are in an environment where the price action is not likely to rip without making some pause, without some consolidation. So here I personally sold 130 call on June maturity to cash in around $1,000 premium against my shares. without taking any risk. I'm just sacrificing the performance above 130. Why 130? Because 130 was a strong support and it is now a strong resistance, guys, okay? So even if we keep going higher, I doubt we manage to close above that level in June, okay? So this is something that you can remember as well, guys. Okay. Okay, bam, bam, bam. So, yeah, so the 130, as you can see, guys, here on BABA, was a strong support in 2019. Okay. It's rather here, 130. Okay, you can see here it was the upper band of the gap up we had in May 17th, guys. Technical analysis is working on the long term as well. Here we had some support, support reactions around, so at 130 around deck 18s, guys, and then it acted as resistance. So now, then we dropped massively. So now we are coming back. The bullish momentum is strong. The volume traded are very big, guys. I think it's the biggest volume that traded in BABA. So we were involved in that volume as well, guys, because this was a very nice opportunity. Yeah, it's not the biggest volume that traded, but close to be. So of course, whenever you have a strong volume like that, then the bullish momentum is automatically rated, guys, because there are a lot of buyers that got in there, and you know, they're just talking about it. Everybody's talking about BABA. So when everybody's talking about the stock that is undervalued, then it creates some buyers to jump in the trade. So here, once again, 130 is the resistance level that we are coming to, and I think that is going to act as resistance. And my scenario, guys, is on BABA for those who are in this trade. So like I said, selling some covered calls, all right? So one call against 100 shares is something that is smart to do right now because the volatility is high. Whenever you sell options, you sell volatility, so you get a good price on the volatility, and the probability that we just keep going higher, guys, in this market environment is not that big, okay? So my scenario is that we oscillate between 110, 130, you know, and then I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I think that we're gonna able maybe to restart a bullish cycle if things go better between, you know, China and the United States. So it's gonna depend on how China is acting regarding Russia, and how the United States are gonna consider China regarding the sanctions. So we're gonna keep an eye on that, of course. All right, guys. So what else do you want to see? Okay, so I had a few questions. Are you in Panama permanently? I don't know, let's see. For now, I'm here for only 2 days. I'm gonna stay 3 weeks, guys. Then I need to travel to Bali, to Hong Kong, to Dubai. But maybe I'm gonna be back here because, you know, it's a very nice place to be. So we're gonna see, but for now I'm not staying permanently. Will you have live streaming if you go back to Hong Kong? Yes, maybe, but the thing in Hong Kong is that, guys, I'm not on the, I don't have the good hour. I mean, we have 12 hours difference between Hong Kong and the United States. So when I'm in Asia, it's more difficult for me to do some live streaming. This is the reason why I came here as well, because I wanted to be here with you when the market is open, guys. Okay. So ND and M expecting to beat earnings by 200%. Here comes the squeeze. Okay, NDNM, so I'm gonna have a look at that stock. I've never looked at it. And NDM, sorry. Okay. So actually, as you can see, I've done already some TA here, but it was a long time ago. So first we're gonna do some trend lines as usual. So this trend line is not good anymore. Okay, guys, so bam, bam, bam. All right, pretty obvious, guys. So we have here connecting the highs. We arrive close to a resistance. So this is for the trend lines, then you put some horizontal lines where you have some reactions. So here clearly I can see that this was acting as resistance because we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reactions, guys. So this is the resistance area, okay? For now, we are trading on low volume, guys, as you can see. Okay, the volume is decreasing, so we are moving higher, but this move up is not strong because it happens on low volume. So we don't have enough investors that are involved to really know what they think about the price action. A lot of investors have not, taken action for now. So I think that the resistance area is around 380, 415 here. So we're gonna see, ideally, as usual, guys, we would like to see a small consolidation on still low volume and then a breakout on increasing volume. All right, this would be a good signal for things to actually go bullish here. Let me check if we have some information on the option market, but the technical analysis is saying that for now it's better to stay put and to wait for more information. Okay, guys, so bam, woohoo! Okay, indeed, we have something here because the DTC is at 7. The market cap is 1 billion. Okay, I would have liked to see a market cap a little bit smaller than that. Okay, but what is that? 84 million, correct? Okay, no, I don't have the number of shares. Sorry, this is not correct. Let me get the number of shares here. Okay, 250 million shares. Okay.
Just one thing on Alibaba, because basically, see it was up.
Yeah.
There is a news here if you're interested.
Okay.
Where basically they say that Alibaba had a decision to increase its share buyback program.
Okay.
So that would have helped your trade.
Okay, and so did they buy back their shares already, or?
I mean, as long as it declares they do it, it's gonna have an effect on the shares. I mean, if you want to just read this, that's gonna give
Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at that. It's a very good point. I didn't check the news on Baba, so let's have a look at what is happening, guys. But just a quick reminder, we already had some news last week about the Chinese government. That told that they're gonna support the market. When they say that, it means they're directly gonna buy shares on the market if they see some strong moves down. Now, if we have a look at Baba, okay, so this is bam, ramped up buyback, a sign of things to come. Take watch. Okay, so 25 billion share buyback may kickstart a wave of such returns by cash-rich Chinese internet firms. Okay. Okay, so you see it's like everything is going towards the same direction because we have some strong support happening on increasing volume. We have some good news about the company that is going to buy back their shares, so I'm not exactly sure when they're going to do that, but of course it's good news for investors that want to buy. So everything is going towards the same direction here. Alright, guys, so what else I was doing? Bam. Yeah, so NNDM, I wanted to check the short interest, which is actually quite big, guys. Okay, bam. So the total short is not impressive. Okay, we don't have any synthetic short. The total short is only 9%, but the volume trading is very low, so it's a DTC at 6. And as you guys know, the DTC, day to cover, is the number of days that a short would require to close their short position if they trade the average daily volume. So if the volume is low, it is of course harder for them to buy back their short, so they can they can just decide to reduce their short position if they see that the DTC is too high. Okay, so it's a good indicator to keep an eye on as well. All right, let me have a look at the other questions. How much do you make in an average month? That's a very good question. So for now, what I'm doing, guys, as you know, those who are with me on Discord, I am managing, so I was managing 2 portfolios of stocks, one with $20,000, the other one with $10,000, because I'm trying to have an investment that is doable for you guys. And for now, this year, I made around 35% of this investment. All right, guys. So for those who are with me on Discord, you are aware of that. This is what I'm sending to you every day. Okay, so now with Baba moving strongly, guys, today is a good day. So we're gonna analyze all of that. But roughly, you know, 5,000, okay, 4,000 US dollars a month with this investment. But of course, this is just something that I'm doing for you guys. Okay, so how do you get your signals? So like I said, I'm using breakout strategies that are based on volume, volatility, and momentum. Okay, you can use different indicators to actually know whenever you have a situation that is likely to give you a good breakout. And for those who are interested to know more about that, just click on the link in the description of this video and you can get my course, guys, where I explain everything. And for now, all of those who got this course are very, very satisfied with it. I received a lot of good comments, so thank you very much, guys, because I spent so much time working on that. I really try to explain things very clearly for beginners and even for advanced traders. I'm very sure that even if you are a trader for a long time, you see my course, you're gonna learn things, and I'm giving a step-by-step method of exactly what you need to pay attention to, what you need to check, what actions to take at which time, how to enter your positions, how to take profits, when you should stop loss your position. Everything is in this course, guys. So if you're interested, just get your course, join the Discord. We also have a forum where we can share different trade ideas and discuss it together. So guys, come join us and you're gonna love it. You're gonna learn a lot of things, and this is the reason why I quit my job, guys, because I want to pass this knowledge, guys. Everybody needs to, you know some basic things if you want to trade the stock market, if you don't want to get burned. All right, why is BBIG lagging behind when market is ripping? Okay, good question. Okay, GME plus 11%, Okay, so BBIG, I don't have an answer for that. I would say, so the question is, why is BBIG not moving today? And indeed, everything is going higher. We have Nasdaq up 1.3%, GME up 11%, oil is decreasing, Bitcoin is going higher. Everything is bullish, and indeed BBIG is just, lagging a little bit behind. The only reason I could give, guys, is that yesterday was a massive move up, okay, 23%, and after the strong moves up that happened on some some news but that are not directly related to the company, some traders like to just take profits, whatever the technicals are. Here the technicals are good because we have strong moves on increasing volume and we managed to close above this trend line, but they're probably still taking some profits. So I think we are in a day when we have old buyers that take profits and new buyers that get in. So the price action is actually not moving. We cannot say that we are selling off here. We are just pausing, and it is actually good to pause. So it is important to look, what is important to look at in this situation is the volume, okay? So for now, of course, we don't have enough information. We can check on the 15 minutes time frame the information, but I want to see if we have a red day. So if we close around this level, around 3, it would be a red day because we closed below the level we opened. We don't want to see a high volume trading during this day because we don't want a lot of buyers to lose money, all right? If we have a red day, it means that sellers made more money than buyers, all right? As simple as that. and we don't want buyers to lose money on the way up. We want them to make money so that they, you know, they're confident in the trade and they sometimes even buy more. All right, so this is something that is important. For now, we don't have the information about the volume that is going to happen today, but we can already check what happened at the open. And as you can see, the open is much lower than yesterday. Okay, you can see the open was here. So yesterday we had a lot of shares, 350,000 shares trading in the first 15 minutes, and here we have half of that. So as you can see, we have just a small consolidation, small correction happening on low volume. So for now, this is not bearish to me. It is not bullish either, but I don't see any big problem in here. It's rather looking like a buying opportunity to me, but like I said, I would personally not get into the BBIG trade just because we didn't have this consolidation before breakout. So no consolidation means no support. No support means that you don't really know where to place your stop loss, all right? So this is the issue I have here for BBIG. Tomorrow BBIG moons. I hope that, brother. I really hope that. Give us some place to make some money, but I'm giving you guys I'm giving you that every day in Discord. I'm doing my best to share with you the best trade ideas I have. Of course, all the trade ideas are not always successful, but you know, we can have a look at the last trade ideas I gave you. So Baba was a winner. SPY, it was not really a trade idea. I just gave you some support and resistance levels. CS, I gave you CS, guys, Capstone Mining Corp. So we can have a look at this one. It was a commodity trade, so I don't know if it's still time to get in, but we had here a nice breakout. Sorry, this is Credit Suisse. Okay, bam. Okay, so here I gave you this trade, guys. For example, same situation. So for those who want to get access to those daily alerts, just join us on Discord. But this was a case study, guys, all right? Because we have a massive move up, as you can see, massive move up, what we call a pole. All right, this is a bull flag, guys. All right, here we have the pole, here we have the flag. We want the flag to happen on low volume. As you can see here, the volume is decreasing. Small moves, so we need to have Bollinger Bands tightening. So this is exactly what we see here. Okay, and then a strong move up above the breakout area, above the Bollinger Band with volume increase, guys. So this was perfect. We have that, and then we came back at 680, and you can have a look, guys. This is exactly the level I gave you on March 14th by 680. Okay, so this was a winner. I mean, I won't go through every trade I'm giving you guys. For now, I give you a lot of energy trades that of course are working well because oil was just going higher in the past week. I gave you all these energy trades when oil was trending around 95 because 95 was a support. Right now, I don't have any alerts for today. Let me show you again my watch list. We have Mara, but we've seen that Mara is not the best for now. What else do we have? DE, I told you guys, we went through this one. We don't have the volume increase, so it's not good. I have body with a level at 250, so we are still far from it. Let's quickly have a look at this one. Okay. Okay, so here, as you can see, we have Bollinger Bands very tight. We have some consolidation, so this trend line is not good anymore. So we need to find another trend line that is, you know, that is showing you that traders are using it. Okay, so it's this one, all right, guys. So here you can see I'm just connecting the highs 1, 2, 3, and here I have a consolidation with 1, 2, 3, 4 reactions. All right. So this level is 230 is the level that is the resistance right now. We are trading on low volume. Okay, decreasing volume. We can see that the volume is slightly going higher, guys. Okay, so bulls are maybe trying something. So once again, what we want to see is a volume increase with a breakout above 230. So I'm going to change my level here. I'm going to put it back to 230. Okay, I was monitoring 250. Okay, and if tomorrow we have a breakout here, maybe I'm going to post an alert. I'm going to see that. Ford, we are already in this trade. Okay. we got in at 16.5. Okay, we have Futu that is coming. This is a new one. Okay, we have Ficel, guys, as well. That is hot. Bam, bam, bam. QS, guys, we have some opportunities today. So let's have a look at that. So first, QS. We checked this one yesterday. Okay, still not. Okay, QS is not ready yet to break out. Still trading on low volume. We are below this 17.5 level. So we are consolidating. That's good. That's what we want to see. We want to see more consolidation here, guys, around these levels. So let me put 17.5 on QS. Sorry, bam. Okay, so QS is checked. We have Futu, Ficel. I want to check those two, guys. It's very close. On QS is very close, so I'm going to keep an eye on this one. And if today we close above 17.5, I might post an alert in Discord. All right. So, bam, what else? Okay. So here, same thing, guys. As you can see, I have this trend line. We have multiple reactions in the recent past, but the consolidation is not nice. Okay, the Bollinger Bands are very wide. There was a high volume trading during this, consolidation that was not really one. So eliminated. I don't even want to have a look at more on this one. Ficel. Ficel, guys. This is a stock where we had a lot of interest recently. Okay. And look, guys, I've done that, I think yesterday. I don't remember exactly. Here we're consolidating, guys, between 580 and 7. Okay. So this is looking good, guys. We are in a good situation. We don't have any signal yet. We are just in a situation where a signal could happen anytime. Okay. Why? Because look at that. Here, you connect the highs using the logarithmic scale, and you can see that the price action came here. It didn't come exactly on the resistance level. So here, for example, as you can see, my reactions are not perfect. So either I move my trend line because it's not perfectly done, but no, or I switch scale. I'm going to go to the regular scale and I'm going to check if the trend line is giving me better reactions or not. Not really. Okay, so I prefer to use the log scale. Bam. So here, as you can see, the 200-day moving average is rejecting the price action. Maybe we can go on the weekly time frame. Okay, you see, this is the little game that you need to, learn how to do. Try to really find the trend line that is giving you the best reaction. Here, I don't have a perfect trend line, let's be honest. So I'm not sure where is exactly the breakout area. I'm going to keep the daily time frame for now. So I would say that definitely 690 is a resistance level, but we have another one at 730, okay, 720, 730. So what I want to see is a move above 730 with increasing volume. Same thing, look at the volume, guys, decreasing volume. We are coming close to resistance level with the decreasing volume. So this is a nice situation that you want to keep an eye on. Okay, guys. Okay, AMC. I've done AMC already. You can have a look. We're gonna come back to that. Of course, AMC is moving nicely now. Okay, I didn't finish AMC. That's true. So let me finish Ficel and then I do AMC, guys. So yeah, so Ficel is right now at 690, guys, so it's very hot. All right, so we're gonna see if we have once again a strong move up above 720 with increasing volume. I would probably post an alert about Ficel, so I'm gonna put it in green. I like Ficel. Okay, Futu, I don't like it. Okay, so I'm gonna just delete Futu, guys, so it's not gonna appear in my alerts anymore. Okay, let's have a look at AMC again, see if we have some more information. But like I said, guys, on AMC we are moving higher, true, but the volume is still weak. We are still below the RSI is still below 50, guys. So like I said at the beginning of this live, we want to see AMC RSI holding above 50. You know, this would be a first sign that things are different, because we didn't see that for the past 3 months, guys. So an RSI above 50 for at least 1 week would be very good news. Okay, it would probably help us to reach the 18 level, maybe even 21. Okay, guys, so here we have a lot of resistances as usual. When a stock, you know, got sold off like AMC did, then it's harder to go higher, because you have a lot of small bear camps on the way up. Okay, you have a lot of back holders, guys, that bought all the way down here, and that might just exit their trade whenever the price action is reaching the levels they bought. All right, so that they close their position without a loss. So this is what we could see here on AMC, unfortunately. But it's as usual, guys. There is a process where the old buyers are getting out of the trade, and you have new buyers coming in for now. And what you need to pay attention to is the volume. All right, for now the volume is low, so there is this usual rollover that is happening. We are moving sideways, like I said, but the very important information about AMC, like I showed you before, is that the DTC has bottomed at 2 and is now going higher. All right, so we can see that bulls are taking back control. So the chart looks, I would say, neutral when I look at the technicals, but it looks bullish when I look at the option market. And we have a big event that is going to happen around April, May, maybe even before. All right, but April, May is what looks the more likely for now. So moving sideways. When I say sideways, we can very well go to 21, but let's be honest, guys, 5 points for AMC is not a lot. Even if today we're trading at 15, remember, guys, a few months ago we were trading at 40, 50, 60. So 5 points is not a lot. So we could very well go back to 21, to 20, 25%. But then bag holders will probably be at play, and we're probably going to have this kind of consolidation, you know. So this is my scenario, guys. This is the scenario I'm having for the past 3 months, and for now this is what is happening, guys. So we have a lot of ups and downs. It's not easy to day trade. We have some false signals, like you see here, bullish signal that got sold off, bullish signal that got sold off. So the best thing, guys, is to wait, buy the dip, while once again we are in a buy the low environment, not buy high. Don't buy breakouts, buy the dip. And here, if we have this breakout that would be happening on the weekly time frame, on the longer time frame, guys, this could be a very nice opportunity. So I'm going to be here, of course, guys, to show you what information we need to look at, but we have time. All right, so just relax. AMC is looking good, we have time, and we're going to see what's going to happen later. Okay, bam, bam, bam. I have a small message from my guy here. Indeed, NRP is a trade that Gabriel actually gave us, guys, some time ago. And let's have a look at that, guys. So first, let me give you back some context about NRP, guys. So NRP is a trade that we had in our portfolio, as you can see, guys, here. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. So here, this was in September 20, guys, we got in NRP. All right, so this was the first time I heard of the stock. Once again, Gabriel, who is here, is a commodity trader. He gave us that trade in Discord. We made some good money on it. So this stock is totally ripping right now. So let's have a look at everything that is happening on the stock. So it's an energy stock related to the energy market, of course. And look what we have here, guys. So let's go on the weekly time frame, because this is a long-term move. First, we arrived in this trade here, guys. We bought the first time around 2023, okay, because we had this. As you can see, guys, this is exactly the usual patterns that we are looking for. This is what you need to be looking for as well. But once again, be careful not to buy breakouts in an environment where you have too much volatility, like right now. So right now, you need to be extra careful, I would say. But this breakout was a very good quality breakout. As you can see, we had a nice consolidation, a strong move up on increasing volume that happened on the week of September 21. And then guys, look at what is happening. All right, this is the bigger picture. So here I prefer to use the logarithmic scale. Look at that, guys. All right, so same, this trade was given to you guys in Discord. You can see if we have a look at a 10-year chart, here I connect the highs. Okay, let me just bam. Okay guys, so bam bam bam, NRP, you can see here we connect the highs, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 reactions, and then look at that, guys. This is a case study because we had this build up happening here on low volume, and then here breakout with volume increase. Okay, as you can see, breakout here, volume increase after consolidation on low volume. So this is really a book case study, guys. This is the patterns that we are looking for. Then we had a continuation move, and as usual, when you have those inclined breakouts that are happening, you then usually go to the recent high and get rejected. So let's see what happens here. It's the first time we go there, so it's a very interesting situation, guys. We are actually, so bam bam bam, maybe this trend line is not perfect. We are now breaking out, guys, today above 43. So let's try to find the trend line that is fitting the consolidation the best. Okay, once again, guys, look at the tip I'm giving you here. Whenever you have a consolidation, so here you can see we have clearly a consolidation that was happening for the past 10 weeks. Okay, and then you need to find the trend line that is fitting this consolidation the best. So bam, here I would do something like this. Okay, so I'm here connecting this high, here I don't have anything. Okay, and then here, as you can see, guys, we have a breakout, bam, on and let's see if we have an increase in volume. Bam. So yes, we had an increase in volume, guys, happening yesterday. So if you look at it on the weekly time frame, you don't see the volume increase yet, just because the week is not finished, guys. Okay, so but if you look at the daily time frame, here you can see we are breaking out above 40. All right, clearly with a volume increase. So this is a good signal on the daily time frame. But once again, we're looking at a pattern that lasts for a very long time, so it's better in this situation to have a confirmation on the weekly time frame. So for now, I'm personally gonna stay put on this, but we can have some good information, some good opportunity happening here if we are able to close the week above 40 with a weekly volume increase. Okay, bam bam bam. Okay, so G Pro, we can have a look at that, guys. TIGR. Any cash secured put trades? What do you mean exactly, bro? Cash secured put trades. I'm not sure to understand what you mean, but I guess you want to buy some put options. Okay, let me have a look at TIGR first, because this is the first one I have in your question. Okay, so I'm doing some trend lines, guys, here, and as you can see, for now we are far from this resistance area. Okay, we have so the first thing I see is that we had low volume with a consolidation. So we can have a look at the Bollinger Bands. Okay, so the Bollinger Bands were getting tight, but they were not very tight. And then we had here this strong move up that happened with a volume increase. So this is creating some bullish momentum. But what I miss here is a clear breakout. Okay, so I don't have any trend line. We can use this one. Okay, here we have something. We have something, but look, the RSI is still below 50. I mean, bulls are definitely trying to take back control, but for now, on the medium term, bears are still back in control. Now, what could very well happen is that we move, you know, close to the 10, 12 area. So it's a nice move up, and then maybe consolidate around here. This is a possible scenario. I don't see any, easy play to do on this stock. So I would say that it is rather bullish, definitely, because we have a strong move up happening. We have some sort of a breakout. We almost have an RSI on the weekly time frame at 50. If I look at the daily time frame, of course, we have some moves. We have an RSI that is even getting overbought, guys. So the bullish, so the sentiment is clearly bullish, but I don't have a clear, clear play to do. The only thing I would do maybe in this situation is if we retrace a little bit, you can use fibs to enter this trade. So let's see how high we go, and then maybe buy on the way down, buy the dip here. But because now it seems too late to get in this trade, buy on the way down. Remixing. Okay, here you can see, guys, maybe around 450. Okay, so those levels are levels where we can see some bullish reaction happening later. If I look at it on a daily time frame, it's looking pretty good actually, but it's too late. I mean, if you would have shown me this stock on Friday, I would have probably told you that it's still time to get in, because it was the first time we are closing here. If I look at the Bollinger Bands here, I guess they were tight. Nah, they were not that tight. Okay, you see that what I don't like is this dip here, because this dip is creating some instability, some volatility, and the Bollinger Bands were widening during the breakout. So a good breakout is happening after a consolidation on low volume. So here we had a consolidation on low volume and low volatility, but here we have this strong move down that is not great. Okay, if you have just one candle and it's coming back right away, this is completely different. But here we had three candles, so basically bears were taking back control on the way down, and then bulls took back control. But this is just, we have a battle that is too hard. There is now bulls are leading definitely, but the situation is not, for me, very nice to take a position here. I mean, the trend can shift again. It has shifted brutally a few days ago. So I guess there was some news, of course. We can have a look at that. Let me quickly check. So Tiger. Okay, earnings, director resignation. So this was on March 21st. I want to know the news that happened on March 18th. Okay. Significantly high Friday after the company reported strong top line results. All right, so that's good news. Okay, it's some earnings that were better than expected. So let's check the earnings on the 18th of March. Really? I don't see good earnings, guys. I mean, the estimate was $0.17 per share, and we got 0.005. So to me, the earnings are not good. We had a negative surprise of 97%. So what was the news again? Okay, give me a sec. Up. Bam, bam, bam. Why Uptech FinTech holding shares are soaring today? Fourth quarter revenue. Okay, it's the revenue. Okay, so we had big revenue, but not good earnings. All right, but it's still, you know, some positive news. Investors reacted positively to that. Right now we're going higher. Let's have a look at the market cap and the short interest data. Okay, so the market cap is $1 billion US, guys, so it's not small, so not easy to move. We don't have a lot of synthetic short, we don't have a lot of maximum synthetic short, so the option market is quiet. We have some regular short at 7% of regular short, and the DTC is 4. All right, so I mean we have some short in this market, and especially compared to the volume, but for a squeeze to happen, it's gonna be difficult, guys. Let's be honest here. Okay, so like I said, here, if you have shown me this trade on March 18th, I would have said that it's feasible, but the problem was that the Bollinger Bands were wide. Right now, it's definitely too late to get in. If we see a pullback, I think that buying around, you know, the fibs levels, so I don't know how high this move would go, right? If it goes higher, you need to adjust your fibs, of course. So let's say it just goes to, I don't know, 7, all right, before pulling back, then the levels to buy would be around 485, you know, something like this. So let's see, guys, let's see what we have here. Oh la la, GME, guys, what a move up, moving up by, oh no, sorry, it's, yeah, by 14%. Woohoo! That's some serious move. So we are just, you know, destroying the 20-day moving average. Like I told you guys, I told you at the beginning of this live that the 20-day moving average would probably not hold because the moves is very strong, and I told you that we could have a reaction on the 50-day moving average, right? The 50-day moving average is at 109.5. We got a reaction at 109. So let's see, guys. Let's see what's gonna happen. But it's very exciting. It's a pain in the ass. I cannot open my interactive broker account. Let me try to do it again. Stay with me, guys. I'm just trying to do something. J'en ai déjà pris 3, mais allez.
Long one?
Ouais, vas-y. Okay, guys, we're still here. I'm just making a coffee. Okay. If I can open my interactive broker account, guys, I can do some trades with you. You're gonna see what we can do today. I'm gonna keep updating you with my watch list, guys. Give me a sec. Okay.
T'as jeté les cartons de carte de café?
Ouais.
Ils se dévident?
Ouais. J'ai fait un peu de ménage. Okay, guys. So here we are. One sec. Stay with me. Stay with me. And then we're gonna have a look at what Gabriel is doing today, guys. Once again, yesterday he made 40 grounds, guys, in one day. Today I can see the PNL is red, so we're gonna find out. So he's losing a bit. We're gonna find out if he has some trades to do today or not. He already increased his position in the gold silver spread, so we're gonna have a look at that as well, guys. Ok. Putain, regarde, j'ai un truc bizarre. One sec, guys, sorry. Tu sais, j'arrive pas à ouvrir mon IB, quoi. Le truc est... Tu sais, j'ai que ces deux fenêtres. En fait, toutes les autres fenêtres que j'ai ouvertes, elles se sont fermées. Donc j'ai que ces deux merdes.
Mais ça, c'est pas plutôt que tu peux l'étendre?
Ah. Okay, guys. So I had a stupid issue that is now solved. Okay. So making some money today. So like you see, mostly coming from the Baba trade, guys.
Yeah.
So making some money on Baba, guys. Making some money on GME. Okay, it's not incredible, but it's still a good day. It's a positive day. USO is still moving higher as well. Losing some money on my protection. Okay, making some money on Facebook, making some money on Fubo. Alright guys, so bam. What I want to do with you, either we do some day trading. Let me first finish my watch list, guys. I want to go with you through that. So what did we have here? We had, so we did an RP. So an RP, we said we need to keep an eye on that and see at the end of the month. So let me note this, guys. So we're gonna keep an eye on this one. So NRP, end of the week. Okay. Ficel, we said that Ficel is good, is doing great. So above 720, this could be a good trade, guys. Okay. Then what else do we have? QS, we went through this one. We said 17.5. So guys, we're very close. We have some breakouts, guys, happening. So you see, this is another good indicator. Whenever you keep a watch list like that and you see that the global market is giving you information that, you know, we might have a reversal because the correction might be over, and you see a lot of breakouts happening on stocks, then, you know, this is just one more information to add that is telling you that maybe this correction is behind us. But once again, guys, what I'm keeping an eye on is the VIX. As long as we have a VIX above 20, we are not out of troubles, right, guys?
One thing I would add is if you have a lot of breakouts,
yeah,
trade all of them, but be very selective.
True.
Like I would only try to keep, like, I mean, on my side,
yeah,
I
would
only try to keep like a maximum number of trades at once. At least until they're not neutralized.
Yeah,
so when basically they are at risk, maybe you have 5, 6, but not more than that. And once they are completely neutralized, then you can add more.
Very, very good point. So what Gabriel is saying basically, so once again, he's trading, guys, for more than 10 years. So he's the information he's giving us, guys, is very precious. And basically, whenever you manage a lot of stocks, what you need to do if you want to add more, because at some point I'm personally having right now in my portfolio, once again, guys, this is the portfolio I'm managing for you guys because I'm using a small size. Bam, bam, bam. I'm having right now 16 open position. So what if you want to keep increasing keep making new trades? Fair enough, because you see breakouts are happening, so you want to increase your position. It's totally understandable and it's totally fair, but keep in mind that you need to control your risks. So you need at some point either to take profits on some trades where you already made money, or to move your stop losses higher. Okay, guys, this is the only way. Thank you, brother.
Tu me dis si c'est strong enough.
Ouais, ça va être bien, hein. Okay, guys, one more coffee.
Yeah.
9 is good. Okay guys, so we're almost done. Let's finish this watch list. Okay, and give me some likes guys. Only 62 likes, that's not good enough. Come on, hit that like button guys, it's good for the channel. Bam. So what else do we have? This is done. Okay, thank you guys, thank you. Okay, and the other two we had Tallow and 9, but those ones guys I already gave it to you yesterday, and I mean Tallow is maybe still good to do. BBBY, yes, sorry. Okay guys, I'm done with my watch list. I'm gonna do your stocks right now. Thank you very much guys for the likes. 73 now. Let's go, let's take this to 100 likes guys. Come on, you can do it. Okay, so bam Tallow and 9. I've already done those two yesterday guys. So I'm gonna do the questions you're asking me right now. Tallow and 9, basically the level to buy is 15 for Tallow and 235 for 9. Okay, so we have time, we're now above that levels. This is the levels I gave you guys 1 week ago. Since then we moved higher. So if you see those levels again, you can get back to it. Okay, so those are the levels. All right, so now I'm gonna do a little bit what you are asking me. Bam. You want to sell put options. Okay, Frank. You want to sell put options on stocks or the global market. So you're asking me if there is any stock where you can sell, where there is a good trade to do by selling put options, right? I will get back to that. Yeah, GME is ripping. That's great, guys. Okay. So BBBY was asked a long time ago, so I'm gonna do this one first. Exactly. Okay, then I'm gonna answer to you, Frank. But basically, put options are good to sell whenever the volatility is high, so it is still high, and you need to be above a breakout. So basically, it's the right time to sell put options whenever you just had a breakout and you have a nice consolidation that is creating some support. So I'm going to give you examples, but I have already a few in mind. Bam. So first, BBBY, guys. Long time ago, this one was asked. Okay, you guys can try to do the analysis for me, okay, because it's always the same thing. But tell me what you think here, okay? So now, let me just show you a clean chart. This chart is not very clean. Let me go on the weekly time frame. Okay. So we had a breakout here in Jan 21. Then we got rejected. We found some support and we're moving higher. But guys, this is messy, okay? This is not something clean. There is no easy trade here. As you can see, we had a very strong volume trading on the red day. So we opened here at, so this was 2 or 3 weeks ago, I remember that. And we got brutally rejected on the red day. I think this was because a lot of shares were bought, I think by, I don't remember exactly the news. Let me have a look at that, it's important. But someone bought a lot of shares. Someone famous. Maybe it was the GameStop CEO, I don't remember. So it was on March 17th. Okay, yeah, that's it. It's Ryan Cohen, so GameStop CEO that bought a massive amount of shares in BBBY. Okay, so exactly. I got the news. I remember that, guys. I remember. But so we had a massive open in the morning. It opened very high, but look guys, the bears won the battle. So how can we use this information for the future? Whenever you have something like this that is happening, it's you know, a traumatizing event, all right, for bulls, because what happened here guys is that a lot of bulls got trapped, right? A lot of investors, you know, bought on the way down here, right? And look at the high volume that was trading. So what does it mean? It means that a lot of buyers lost money, all right? So because they bought this move on this news, and bears made money. So right now, those buyers, they need to reorganize, all right? So they need to, we usually after this kind of event come back to the first support level that was here at 17.7. It didn't even get touched. And then we started to move higher. So this is rather positive, but on low volume. Look at the volume trading here. Look at the volume trading here. Okay, so 100 million shares, and since then guys, very small volume. So what happened is that here bears made a lot of money, okay, in this whole move up, and they're probably waiting. So this is the major resistance line. They're probably waiting here again, ready to reload. I mean, if you make money, if you buy, you can see it the other way around. If you buy the dip on a stock, you make money, you take profit higher, and it comes back to it. Are you gonna do the same trade? Probably yes, right? So this is probably what's gonna, and we know that there are a lot of them, okay, because all of these guys made money, all right? 100 million shares were exchanged. So my take is that for now, bulls are slowly taking ground because bears are not here. Bears are waiting here, guys, all right? So for now, this price action is not giving good information because it happens on very low volume. So we need to see what happens around this level, all right? So below 20.5, below 25, I wouldn't be bullish. If I had bought, which I will not do because I'm buying breakouts after nice consolidation, but let's imagine I was stuck in this trade, I would personally take profits, exit even with a small loss around 24. All right, just before we get on this resistance, because I don't have any bullish signal here. Now, if we consolidate and then we move higher with a breakout with increasing volume, then it will be looking good because the level to watch is 25. Okay, so I repeat, close to 25, we're probably gonna have a rejection from the bears. Then let's see what happens if we consolidate on low volume just below and then we move higher with a volume increase. Though this will be looking good. So I hope I answered your question, bro, on BBBY. Let me know. Now, let me answer Frank Sinatra question. So he wants to sell puts. Okay, so Frank Sinatra likes to take some risk because selling puts is risky. Why is it risky? Because, I mean, depending on how much premium you are selling, all right? But basically, let me show you the P&L you have. So let me first show you some stocks where we had recently a breakout.
On the thing, like right now the vol is low. I mean, if you look just at VIX, so if you sell the vol there,
true,
it's basically probably not the best level. I mean, that's my point of view, but
yeah,
I'll let you do your.
No, but it's totally, it's a very good point. So we can see it in two different ways. So Gabriel just told me the volatility is low, okay, because when you look at the VIX
compared to relative past.
Exactly, compared to the relative past, it's true that the volatility is low. Bam. So we can have different scenarios. Either, like I said, we come back to 20 and then we move higher. In this situation, if you sell the volatility between 22 and 20 in this area, it wouldn't be a good trade because then it would be going higher, probably with the market going lower. But if you go to some stocks that have just broken out from the recent resistance, usually when the breakout occurs, the volatility increases. Okay, we are talking here, of course, about the upside volatility. If you sell puts, you're going to sell the downside volatility because the volatility of lower strike than the current spot, but it goes together. Okay, so I would say that it's definitely not the right time to sell puts on the global market, all right, because definitely the levels are not good. But if you go to single stocks and you find some stocks with a recent breakout, okay, and try to find a good and reliable breakout, okay, then usually the volatility is high, so you need to find a stock that moved strongly in the recent past. So we can check at the alerts I posted recently. Okay, so 9 Tallow, okay? For example, those two alerts. So we can go to it. So Tallow, for example, so I'm just giving you one example, but here, if you want, so now it's a bit too late. The breakout occurred too long ago, so the volatility has probably dropped. So it's not the best timing to do that. Okay, you know what? BBIG, bro. BBIG is good, but the breakout is not good quality. Okay, but if you want to sell puts, BBIG volatility is right now very high because of yesterday's move. So selling puts here makes sense, and I would not take a too big position, just a position that is equivalent to the number of shares you would have bought. For example, if you would have bought 100 shares, just sell one put. Don't take leverage here, it's very risky. Once again, not financial advice, but I'm just telling you what I would personally be doing. And here we have a good situation where the volatility is probably very high. We just had a breakout, but this breakout is not very good quality, so it's not the best trade idea I could give you. But here selling puts that are around, I don't know, the 280 put on the maturity April or May is something that makes sense. Okay guys, I'm gonna come back, give me one sec.
Délai, c'est ça?
Hein? Non, moi je suis en live là.
Je viens juste de voir que sur l'écran c'était parti.
Ah ouais, il y a un petit peut-être 5-10 secondes de décalage. Alright guys, I'm back. So, Frank Sinatra, thank you, very valuable. How you explain? Great, bro. I'm happy that I made it clear. Okay. In what time period do you think Tallow could go to 30? Good question. Let's see. Okay guys, we almost reached 100 likes. Come on. For those who didn't press this like button yet, please do it. Okay, so alright, so first, very good question, because indeed 30 is the target. So here we need to have a look at the weekly time frame, and it's not easy to answer this question, guys, because there is no rule. You know, you can use some time cycles, okay, to try to see when the target might be reached, but it's very hard to answer. What I usually do, if I want to, you know, for example, buy some call options and I don't know which maturity, I like to take the chart. And you know, I'm used to look at charts, so I'm just trying to find something that is visually acceptable. So here you can see that things went pretty quickly. We moved up to 20, got rejected, so probably we would need at some point you know, to take some time. So either we're gonna take some time here and then move higher, or we might take some time here and then here go quicker. Okay, so I would say around, if we go to 30, I would say August, you see, just because visually this is what makes sense to me. I just, you know, try to make some moves that are in line with what the market is usually doing. Okay, guys. And so yeah, around between, let's say between June and December 22. Okay, something like that, around August, September. This is a target that could make sense. Okay, what else do we have, guys? What else do we have? Bam, bam, bam. Okay, you see MULN is, yeah, not moving much. What is GME doing? GME is the big mover today. We're gonna have a look at the oil market as well. I'm a bit surprised. Okay, I have some questions. Okay, because oil. Okay, no, it's good. Okay. Bum 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 bum. Okay. Tac. GME baby. Yeah, that's the nice move we have today, guys. Let's have a look at it again. Okay, so as you saw, we got rejected at this 50 on this 50-day moving average. It's totally normal, guys. There is no big trouble about that. What we want to see now, once again, for a move up to develop, you know, sustainably, it's good to have some pauses on low volume. Okay, so for now today it's not a pause, it's definitely a strong move up, but maybe tomorrow or the day after, you know, just consolidating below this 50-day moving average, taking back some energy, letting some you know, investors take profits and new investors to get in that would keep the position longer is healthy for the market. This is, you know, the usual process that is happening during a sustainable rally. You have some profit taking, you have some new buyers, you know, and you know, this whole process is making the price action going higher sustainably. So we want to see that, and we need the market to breathe. All right, a market that is not breathing is not a healthy market. All right, guys. So here, if I see a small pause on GME, I wouldn't be disappointed. Okay. Okay, we can have a look at the silver and gold. So yesterday we took a position on silver, so we should have been maybe a bit more patient. Okay, it's losing a little bit, it's losing $50, so it's a very small amount because the position is not very big yet. So either we can increase the position today. So let me remind you guys the situation. We saw this trend line. Okay, we had here a breakout and then we were pulling back. We pulled back, we retested it. So once the retest happened, because it very often happens, roughly 80% of the breakouts that you guys gonna see are gonna be retested. So after the retest, sometimes we just move strongly higher, but here we moved higher and then we got rejected again. So in this situation, we can maybe retest it again. So I personally bought yesterday here. Okay, on the way up, I could have waited a little bit, but once again, I didn't take a massive position, so I can either buy back now or I can wait a little bit, because as you can see, we got rejected here on the way up, so maybe the market needs a little bit more time. So I would personally not rush. I will not buy again today, but if I see the price action, because I have call options, so the time is playing against me, or the other way around, if I want to increase my position, the time is playing for me, because the longer I wait at the same level, the more call options I can buy for the same premium. So here I have Jan 23 call options, and I'm going to wait a little bit, and if in 1 week, maybe in 2 or 3 days, if I see the price action still at those levels, then I'm going to increase my position. Okay, so this is the game plan. Okay, we can have a look at gold. So you can see, guys, we are indeed here in a very different situation, because gold is very far from its breakout level. So On silver, I don't see any more downside to come. Okay, I will buy soon. 1 or 2% lower, I'm getting in. On gold, I wouldn't buy unless I see a move of at least 3 or 4%, because this would only be taking us close to the breakout area. Okay, so this is the reason why Gabriel sitting here has an open position. He's long silver, short gold, and today he decided to increase his position. By the way, you want to tell us a bit, there's something you see today?
I mean, as you said, yesterday actually I didn't make 40, I made 35k.
Okay, so he made only 35,000 US dollars yesterday.
Right now, on the position today, I'm losing about 12k.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm not really worried, because most of it is just coming from something that is very unliquid, and I just think it's coming on palladium spread. So palladium is already very unliquid, but palladium spread is even more unliquid. So I'm losing 7k there. But then overall, I mean, I'm not really worried. The main trade I talked about yesterday, where my trade in crude oil, where I'm losing a bit today, but nothing to be worried.
Okay.
And of course, this gold silver trade as well,
yes,
where today is going against me, so I'm losing there.
So how much does it cost today, just the silver gold trade?
Well, because yesterday I reduced it because I thought it was a good level to basically take profit.
Okay.
Today I'm losing about 3k on it.
Okay.
But actually I was losing 5k before. But at some point I added on my position, and since then it kind of reversed. So basically I made money on the trade I made today. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
So at the worst I was losing 5k. Now I'm losing 3k on this position.
Okay. So can you quickly remind us what are your positions? So we have this silver gold spread. So basically he's long silver, and on top of that he has a spread long silver, short gold. So he's overall long precious metals with a spread positive silver, negative gold. Okay, what other positions do you hold at the moment?
Like for the one that's basically gonna be relevant for you.
No, tell us all of the. I mean, maybe not the spread position, but the directional position.
Exactly. So I'm short euros.
Okay, so he's short euro dollar. Okay, so we're gonna have a look at that. I'll let him maybe finish the other positions.
I'm long crude oil, which we discussed yesterday.
Okay, so long crude oil, short euro dollar.
I'm looking at because this is. I mean, in terms of like just directional, that's it. That's basically why. Now I have another one which is on Bitcoin. I've always been long Bitcoin, but I basically so I have covered call on Bitcoin.
Okay.
So well today because.
So what strike are you selling? So covered calls, guys. I remind you, you are long shares or long cryptocurrency, and you sell some calls to cash in some premium, and you sacrifice the upside performance above a given level. So what covered calls did you sell on Bitcoin?
So right now it's not doing so well because I sold the 42,000.
Okay.
So
makes sense. It was a resistance.
So I mean, I'm losing on my calls, but because it's covered, I'm not losing.
Yeah.
Like I'm not really losing. It's just that basically I could have made more money if I didn't sell the call.
Okay. And how much premium do you get from the covered calls you sold?
If they expire out of the money.
So when did you do this trade?
I did it when.
And what maturity
I
is
did
it?
it when it was like for when Bitcoin was at 40,000.
Okay, so around here, so probably two weeks
ago.
ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah.
Okay, so here basically he had a long Bitcoin position. He decided to sell 42,000 covered calls. Which maturity?
Like expiring this Friday.
Expiring this Friday. So he took the bet that we won't see Bitcoin closing above 42,000 before this Friday. So for now, he's slightly in the money on his short call position, but not a lot. And how much premium do you get from the short calls you sold?
It was $900 a call.
Okay, so $900 for each call. So it means that if Bitcoin closes below 42,900, you make money.
Correct.
Okay, and how many of those have you sold?
5.
5. Okay, so he sold 5 covered calls so to cash in 5,000 US dollars in a matter of a few weeks. So you guys can see that this can go very fast. If you have a position on anything that is big enough to go on the option market and sell some calls, if you are in a situation where you think that we are not ready to, you know, make some massive moves up, and like we saw before, guys, we did this analysis on Bitcoin, we did it on Mara. We are not in a, for now, situation where we see big volume trading on moves up. We don't have any clear breakout. We are moving sideways. So it's a very fair assumption to, I mean, it's a very fair try to sell some covered calls on Bitcoin if you have some position to cash in some premium. And let's be honest, guys, you can do it on GME. This is what I'm doing as well. But yesterday I bought it back before in front of you, and hopefully. But anyway, the strike was 160, guys. So I don't think we're gonna go above 160. But you can do it on AMC with strikes around 25, you know, 30 on GME, 130, 160 on BABA, 130. All right, so roughly 10-20% higher than current levels. All right, so that's you cash in. Maybe not a lot of premium, but it's still gonna help you if we move sideways.
And one more thing on this Bitcoin thing is at the beginning of this week, so like this trade I told you was about 2 weeks ago. So on the beginning of this week, if you look at the Bitcoin option expiring this Friday again, but for much higher strike, like 48K or 52K, the option price was like about $50 by Bitcoin. So very, very cheap. And so I bought some, even though I don't think we're gonna go there. I bought some because it's so cheap that I'm like, if my covered call is basically being exploded, because I don't know, like you know, like we get out, we have a massive breakout, and everything is continuing. I'm thinking that at least if we really explode, I'm gonna have buy this very cheap call that's gonna make me some money on the way up. I basically see this as, you know, casino money. I don't think it's gonna do me anything, but you know, because I pay like about $50 by Bitcoin, and I bought like about 20 if I remember. So okay, 1K. I just saw this as just casino.
Okay, so you see he's selling some calls on 42 strikes, but he saw that the volatility was so cheap on higher strikes that he bought some higher strike calls for a very, very small premium. And the good thing about that is that for some reason, if we have a massive move up on Bitcoin, that can happen anytime, with some news or whatever, then at least the short calls he's saying are probably going to be refunded by the long calls he bought. All right, so this is another way to sell some covered calls and keeping protection on the, you know, some extreme bullish events. Okay, guys, so keep that in mind. I know it's maybe not easy to, you know, be aware of what is cheap, what is not. You need to have some experience. You need to, you know, do this for some time so that you know that, for example, the 1 week 105% strike option on Bitcoin is looking cheap compared to what you have seen before. All right, so if you don't have this experience, guys, join our Discord, because we are using professional tools. We know what is the volatility of everything. I can retrieve the data and check the volatility for, you know, a very long period of time. This is what I was doing when I was working, you know, in banking. I was a volatility trader. So we have information about that, but for retail investors, it's not easily accessible. Let's be honest. All right, guys. So 92 likes. We're almost there, guys. Come on, for those who didn't press this like button, please do that. Make me reach the 100 likes. Okay, so what else do I see? Ather flexing today. Okay, we're gonna have a look at Ather and GNUS 20% short. Okay, Melvin Master, hey bro. Okay, so let's have a look. No, but I had some other questions. Okay, so I'm gonna try to do everything, guys. So Melvin, you're asking 3, so please tell me which one you want to see. You're asking 4, bro. So I'm gonna do the first one. You ask XERS. Okay. So first information, we are trading on very low volume and we are coming to some resistance levels. Okay, guys. So we might be in a situation of breakout. So we need to find a trend line that is acting as resistance. Okay, so I'm trying to find it. It's first time I'm analyzing the stock. I know that the breakout didn't occur yet because we are still trading on low volume. So I can start from a trend line like that. Okay, this trend line. Okay, I get it. Okay, you see how you find your trend lines, guys? You first check for the consolidation, then you check if the breakout occurred or not. I know it didn't occur because it didn't have any volume increase. Then I start from here, I connected this high, and I saw that I had another high here, all right? And this gave me a trend line. So right now we can monitor this. So for now, we are moving sideways for the past 6 months, even 9 months. So I would say that if we break out above 290, then it would start to be looking good. All right, below 290, we are still neutral. Above 290, if we have a volume increase, it would be looking good, and the first resistance would be 315. So a scenario like that, okay, is we consolidate a little bit more, we break out, we get rejected at 315, and then we move higher. This is the bullish case. I don't know if it's going to happen, but this is one scenario that could happen. Okay, guys. Okay, let me have a look at Alter. XERS breaking out. Not yet, brother. I don't see a breakout. Okay. I don't see a breakout here. If you had a breakout, you would have had increasing volume. I don't see any increase in the volume, so we don't have a breakout yet. Okay, Alter. Let's have a look at that. Okay, so I was using the regular scale. I prefer to be back on the log scale. Okay, so as you can see, bam, I did some analysis about Alter here on March 9th, and I was making a scenario where we consolidate and we break out. And as you can see, this is not what happened. We moved lower, so right now we are in the exact same situation. So I'm going to give you the exact same scenario. It's of course not the right time to get in. We don't have any volume increase. Okay, volume are still low. All right, we are consolidating below the trend line, so this is good, but we need a breakout above those resistance levels. All right, so we have one at 305 and another one at 2.85. So Alter is something that I like to keep an eye on, guys, because there is a story with Alter. I was in this trade, I made some money, I lost some money. Okay, overall I think I'm pretty flattish. I think I lost a little bit of money on Alter, let's be honest. So I would be happy to make it back, but I need to find a good situation. I need to see those volume increase, guys. Look here, for example, the volume increase we had on August 27th, okay? So I'm gonna put that in my watch list. Okay. So bam, bam, bam. Let's see if I have it already. Bam. Okay. So you see, Alter is here. Bam, 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 and guys, Alter is already under the radar. We are already monitoring it, but for now I don't have the alert, all right, because we are still far from the levels I'm paying attention to. Okay, 270, I was looking at 320, so I'm gonna adjust little bit my level. I'm gonna put it at 3, okay, because this is where the breakout might occur. So let's see if this is giving me an alert. And you see now I have the alert. All right, so right now Ether is going to be in the watch list. Okay, thank you for the question. I'm happy to add this to refresh my levels. Okay, you want to be like Matt Kors. I mean, he's doing great, so of course I would like to be doing great as well, but I don't think he's a trader. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I don't know exactly what he's doing, but I want to teach you guys how to become professional traders. This is the purpose of my channel. Of course, I like to give you some news, some information, but I'm here to give you some tips, guys, about how to take positions. That's why I came here in Panama, guys, sitting close to Gabriel. I cannot reveal everything about him, guys, but I can tell you he made a lot of money recently, guys. So he's gonna tell you more about that if he wants to. But we are not only YouTubers, guys. We are both professional traders. We have worked in the financial industry for a long time. So we have some knowledge, and this is why I created my channel, guys. I want to spread this knowledge, and I want to, you know, just bring you the best content that I can, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, so what else do we have? Okay, I'm sorry I cannot see all the questions, guys. So just join. Did I miss the MULN bit? Yes, so I did MULN before, and I was saying that if we have a healthy consolidation on low volume today, it's still looking okay, but the short interest is not amazing on MULN because they diluted the shares. We had a share dilution on March 1st, so the short interest is not very big, and I prefer BBIG than MULN personally. Okay, if I need to put, but even BBIG for me the setup is not perfect, but it's looking better than MULN. Okay. Okay, I'm reading your comments, guys, you're funny. Okay, bam, bam, bam. ENSC did double its recent daily volume already today, up 15%. Okay, Melvin, very active member. Thank you, bro, for sharing this information. I was not keeping an eye on ENSC, so let's have a look at that. Okay, yeah, but bro, all right. Fair enough, it doubled the volume, but I mean, you need to compare it to the real high volume days. For now, maybe we doubled, but it's still extremely low. So all right, we have a good volume dynamics. Indeed, the volume is going higher, all right, but it's still very small. Okay, so we still have very small volume. So it's good to keep an eye on here, especially because we have this low volatility. So I like to have this. It's a good situation because we have very tight Bollinger Bands. Look how tight they are on the daily time frame. So whenever you are in this situation, you absolutely need to find a breakout area. Okay, so here I'm using the logarithmic scale. Okay, we still have an RSI below 50, so you guys know that an RSI below 50 is still not really bullish. Okay, I don't have any clear time frame here, any clear trend line, sorry. Okay, I can do some trends like that, but guys, they're totally useless because they got crossed without volume increase, so it means that nobody cares about it. So I'm not gonna keep those kind of trend lines. So whenever you cannot find any trend line, then you use horizontal line. So here, as you can see, I'm a bit stuck because I don't see any trend line that can give me information about who is leading, bulls or bears. So I'm going to use horizontal lines. Okay, so I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to try to see where are the support and resistance areas. Okay, I can go in the very far past. Okay, nothing happened before, it's a new stock. Okay, so here, okay, I get it, it's pretty obvious. Okay, now that I see it, so you see, guys, it's very important to know how to do those trend lines because they are telling you, you know, who is in control. All right, so we are in a very interesting situation. ENSC, I'm gonna put it in my watch list. Thank you for giving me that stock. Why is it a very interesting situation, because first you can see that we are trading on very low volume, very low volatility, as can be seen by the tightening of the Bollinger Bands. All right, so I remind you guys, the reason why we want to see this low volume trading is because it is easier for bulls to take back control on low volume than on high volume, because they don't need to buy as many shares when the volume is low to beat the bears. All right, so we are in a good situation. Now we want to see a consolidation happening close to a resistance area. Here we have a resistance area that is created by this horizontal line that was the support here, that got broken, retested, we went higher. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reactions, all right, and 3 in the very recent past. So this trend line is good, and we have this consolidation with very with the Bollinger Bands very tight, guys. So I like this situation. I'm gonna add that right away in my watch list, and for now nothing to do. But if we have a breakout here with volume increase, and this is not a volume increase, just to be clear, okay, volume increase needs to be, okay, look at what we had here, it needs to be at least higher than this red volume, okay, so we need to have at least, okay, at least 1.1 million shares trading. All right guys, this would be considered as a valid breakout, and it's better if we have 2, okay. So I'm adding that to my watch list. Okay, so it's a stop limit, it's a breakout, and the level is 130. Okay, so I should have the alert showing up. Okay, I'm refreshing the price, so as you can see I'm retrieving the price that is now 127, so of course the alert is here. Okay, so tomorrow guys, we're gonna have a look at this one. It's interesting indeed. Okay, best tier on YouTube that I have seen. Thank you so much, bro. This is what I want to hear. Okay. Bam, bam, bam. BBIG. Okay. Some of you only want to see AMC. I know that, guys. But for now, AMC, we have time. We're gonna see what's gonna happen later. Okay. So we can have a look at the other stocks, guys, and especially by having a look at the other stocks, you guys can learn how to, you know, trade breakouts, buy the dip, and this is what is important. Learned a lot from you, brother. Thank you, bro. This is really, really great. I'm really happy to hear that, guys. How about BB? Sorry, I forgot BB. You are right. Let's get back to it. Okay. Okay, so it's been a while. I didn't do some TA on BlackBerry. Pam, pam, pam. And UPST. Okay, I get this one. I will do it very soon. But UPST, I posted an alert on this one, guys. We had already some nice things happening recently. So BlackBerry first. All right, so BlackBerry, I know, guys, there is a lot of interest about this. Okay. All right, so we, as usual, guys, we always start from trend lines. All right, you need to find some trend lines where you can see that you have some reactions in the recent past. So here, the best trend line I can do is this one. Then we do horizontal lines. Okay, so horizontal lines, guys, as you can see, I'm doing it live with you. We just need to find some recent support and recent rejections. Okay, so here definitely we had some support. I have the 200-day moving average coming here, so of course it's a very important level. Bam bam bam, is that the best one I can do? And you can see even very long time ago, guys, bam, look here how many times it was acting as resistance, support. All right guys, so I found the level. 8 is the level to watch. All right guys, 8 is the level to watch. So let me adjust my trend lines so that we are on 8. Bam. Okay, so for now bulls are trying to take back control on low volume. So as for all the other stocks, guys, we don't have any clear bullish signals. So let's wait. I'm gonna add BlackBerry in my watch list as well. We need to see a consolidation and a breakout above 8, guys. So I'm adding it right now. Okay, so stop limit order, breakout above 8. Okay. Okay. Then UPST. Okay, I can do this one. I posted an alert. So let me check the alert I posted on this one, even before checking the price right now. And let's see if my alert was good or not. Bam. So I was saying buy 121, buy 111, stop loss 96, target 185. Woohoo! So let's see. Let's see if this trade was a winner or not. Okay, bam. So here we go. I think I would have got stopped here. Let me check. Stop loss with 96. So you know it happens. Bam. When did I post that? I posted this alert here. So as you can see, this trade unfortunately wouldn't have worked because we had this strong move down that was coming here. So let's analyze again the situation. But we had some nice move up here and then best to back control. So right now we're moving sideways. We have those increase. The situation is different here. So I'm on a weekly time frame. Let's go back on a daily. Okay. It reminds me of AMC when I look at the chart, guys. It's a little bit the same thing. Move down, breakout, got rejected, move higher again. I would say the resistance, the overhead resistance is at 195, all right? I don't see any good trade to do here at this levels. Okay, if we get back to 90, you can try to buy the dip, but we have already tested this level 5 times, so it would be risky. I wouldn't personally be doing it, but with a stop loss at 80, why not? Okay, it's a good risk reward trade. I don't have much information here. We're moving sideways. I'm neutral, guys. The volume is quite big. Okay, the biggest volume happened on green days, so it's rather positive. We have a good move up, but that didn't happen on increasing volume, but stable volume. So there is no strong bullish momentum here. We are oscillating around the moving averages. So neutral here, guys. And I don't have any scenario that I can give you that could lead to a strong reversal sign or anything. So not much more to say on UPST. I hope this answer is good enough for you, brother. I will keep having an eye on this one. Okay, so BB, I did that already. Okay, you ain't selling, bro. I think no one is selling. That's good. Hey, bro, here you go. Dr. GME, always here. Thank you, brother. BBIG Canley. I did BBIG already. I did it at the beginning of the video. You can just go back and have a look. Okay, it's just consolidating just above the resistance, so it's pretty good. Okay, but this trend line is not perfect, guys, so we need to be a little bit careful here. I don't see any easy trade on BBIG. Okay, still making money here today, guys. That's great. Mostly on BABA, GME and AMC. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. So Ather is down. Cool, bro. Okay, so PDD, you want to check this one? Sure. Okay. We have a strong volume trading recently, so this created some bullish momentum, but we're gonna arrive at some resistance levels soon on PDD. So, bam, I would say that the okay, I'm trying to find where are the most visible support and resistance levels. Okay, so here I have some resistance at 50. Okay, so but given the strong volume we had, I don't think it's gonna hold. All right, it's just a guess, but from my experience, whenever we had such a big volume, you know, bears are scared. Okay, if we were arriving here on the lower volume, they would probably have, you know, tried to defend the 50 level, but here I put myself in a bear's shoes and I lost a lot of money during that day. Okay, because we had a strong volume day with a massive move up of 56%. So I lost money at 42. I would probably not be selling 50, especially that. Okay, maybe we're gonna have one first rejection, but my take is that we're gonna go above that, and here it's gonna be the real question. Okay, so rather around the 60 level, I would say, but maybe in 1 month. So here I would say that's slightly bullish. If we manage to close above 50, it would be looking good to go test the next resistance level around 60. But the big volume that happened recently is giving an advantage to the bulls on the short term. Much love, brother. Thank you. I know the chat. Okay, so you want to check IMMX. The chart looks brutal. Okay, I don't know exactly what it means, but let's have a look. Okay, so indeed we had a massive move down, but once again, guys, you can see that the interest in this stock just vanished. All right, so here it was trading a lot at the beginning of the year. Bam, bam, bam. Now it is just correcting. I don't have much information here. I don't see any consolidation. I don't see any level that is a key level to take back. I need to see more price action. I don't have a good visibility on what is happening here. If we consolidate here, this would give us the information that this trend line is the good one, but for now I just did it a bit randomly, you know, and I don't have enough reactions to be sure that this trend line is the one that traders are going to use. So I don't want to, you know, say something that is not accurate, so I prefer to pass on this and wait a bit for more price action. But do not hesitate to come back to me, and I'm gonna have a look at this one again later. GME ripping again. Yeah, bro. Indeed, coming back to the 109 level, the 50-day moving average. Let's see if we're able to close above that today. It would be interesting. Okay. Bam. So what is the S&P doing, guys? Having a quick look at that. Still looking good. Okay. We're looking good today. Okay. I'm looking at it on the hourly time frame. So here, for example, you know, I could set up some trades. I could start to do some day trading, guys. But I'm trying to find what is the best because I don't want it to be boring for you. But in the same time, I don't want to be doing too many trades because over trading is never good. The point is not to lose money, of course, but just to show you how to day trade if you are interested to see that. So here I'm paying attention to, I'm checking the 15 minutes time frame. Maybe it's gonna be a good one. So I'm checking if the levels are respected or not, if the moving averages are good to use. Not really here. Okay, the only trade I could set up, we can start, guys, to do some day trading. So, you know, we have here a nice move up above the 445 level. Okay, so we're gonna use the hourly time frame. It is good enough. I'm gonna set up a trade with you right now. Okay, and we're just gonna do some basic things. Just use trend lines. Okay, so this trend line is good to use, so we're gonna adjust it because we need on the hourly time frame to be very precise, and we're gonna just do some basic trades where we're gonna play support and resistance levels to buy and to sell. So here, let me adjust this trend line. As you can see, guys, the daily time frame trend line is not going to be the same as the hourly time frame trend line. So here, if I want to do some day trading, first I need to match very well the consolidation that happened recently. Okay, you can see, guys, here we had a consolidation. So you see, it's not the same putting the trend line at 446 and here. So I think that this trend line is better. All right, why? Because I match 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles when I'm checking that. So 445.6 is the support level right now on this SPY. Okay, then here I'm not matching perfectly back in Feb 22, but I don't care because I want to do some day trading. So it's gonna be so the recent past in yesterday, you know, last week is much more important. Now I'm here set up, so I'm not probably gonna do this trade right now, guys, because what's gonna happen here might take, as very often, guys, it's a important level. Let me take a step back. I want to explain what trade I'm gonna do. But as you can see, this level is an important level. Why? Because the 445 level is a level where we had a lot of support reactions last month. We have the 200-day moving average coming here, and everybody was a bit in a wait and see mode. What is the market going to do? Now we have a breakout above this 200-day moving average. We had a little pause just before that gives energy to the markets, and clearly we are bullish. All right, so we are bullish, but it's the first time we go above this level, and we didn't do that after a very long consolidation. So whenever you don't have a very long consolidation, a retest almost always happens. Okay, so here we're gonna buy this retest. Okay, so to do that, then you go on the hourly time frame, and here, like I said, we need to be very precise by using our trend lines because everything is very important, and we're gonna set up a trade that is with a very tight stop loss. Okay, so usually to set up your stop loss, you find some support level and you try to be just below. So here, the first support level I see is the 20-hour moving average. Why? Because as you can see, it has been respected very well here. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I know that traders are going to be buying this level. So first thing, I want to put my stop loss below this level. Now I don't want to get caught in this kind of stuff, right? So here I can put my stop loss at least, you know, 242.3, 241, at least 1.5 points below this 20-day moving average. So around here. Then the last thing I want to do is I'm going to use the recent consolidation that happened here, and I'm going to be just below. All right, so I'm going to take the low of this candle. Okay, so the low of this candle is 444.3, and I'm going to put my stop loss here. All right, so I'm going to have, let's compute now what size I'm going to use. Okay, So let's do some simple math. Okay, so where do I buy first? So I'm gonna do this trade right now with you guys. I don't know if I'm gonna get executed today, probably not, because we are bullish right now, but I'm gonna be here to buy the dip, guys, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to buy the dip. All right, so the level, like I said, guys, whenever you have some trend lines like that, 445.65, this is the level to buy, and you always wanna be slightly above because you don't wanna miss the trade, all right? So we're gonna put buying order just above this level, so roughly here at 446. Okay, so we buy at 446.05. Always add some, you know, little things above the levels. If you want to buy, don't buy at a round number, just buy slightly above. Same for the stop loss, just use a stop loss just below a round number, because you have a lot of buyers at these round numbers. All right, so remember that. And for the profit taking, same thing, just below a round number, not above. Okay, so buying level here. Stop loss, where do we put our stop loss, guys? So I've explained how I place my stop loss. Okay, so I'm going to place my stop loss, like I said, below the 20-hour moving average, because it's acting as support in the move up. I want to be at least 1 point away from it to avoid being trapped in those small fake outs. And I want to be below this consolidation, so below the low that is here. So we said 444.3, and I'm going to take a little bit margin, so 443.9. Okay, 443.9. Okay, so this is the risk that I'm having. My risk is $2 per share. All right, so I'm gonna take, as it is a tight stop loss, I'm not gonna involve too much risk in this trade. So I'm gonna limit this to let's say 500, okay, $300 US. All right, so max loss, I want it to be $300 US. So how many shares do I need to buy? 300 divided by the risk per share. Okay, so 140 shares. So let's see what notional it is, because it's always good to check what is the notional you're gonna buy. So 135 number of shares. So let's round it to, okay, round of that, okay, times the buying level. Okay, it's a lot. 60,000 US dollars of national. So you guys can see, just I'm only risking 300 US dollars, and I have a very tight stop loss, and I'm gonna involve a national of 60,000 US dollars. So this is what we call taking leverage. So of course here my risk is that I buy before the close, and tomorrow I have a gap up, a gap down. So I want to check, I don't want my risk to be too big. So I'm gonna just check some extreme events. So max loss in case of an extreme event. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna assume that tomorrow we have a gap down of 2%. Okay, I don't think we can have something bigger than that for now, maybe 3, but okay, let's price it with 2%, because bulls are taking back control. So I take my notional, I'll multiply it by 2%, and I have a maximum loss of 1,200 US dollars. So maybe it's a little bit too much. So maybe I'm gonna take a risk per trade of $250. Okay, so now it's reducing my number of shares to 116, and my maximum loss in an extreme event to 1,000 US dollars. I think this is more reasonable. So I'm gonna take this position right now. So the number of shares to buy is 116. Okay, we are all bricked on this blessed day. Yeah, bro. My guys from Discord are here. Okay, bam. So let me take this position, guys, with you. I told you I'm here to do some day trading, some live trading. So here we go. Yesterday I took a trade on silver. It was not a winner for now, but it's Jan 23 maturity, guys. I'm gonna add up. I'm gonna add more on the way down, like I said, and with time, because I have call options. Now I'm gonna take a trade on SPY. 50,000 USD notional, and we didn't discuss targets. So let's see. I'm risking here. So I mean, it's not financial advice, guys. I know I'm giving you a very detailed trade, but I mean, don't take this trade if you don't have experience on the stock market. If you don't know how to place a stop loss, guys, if you're interested to really, you know, learn properly things, come to find me on Discord, guys. And you know, we need to go step by step. Okay, so I'm here taking a trade that is already quite risky because, like I said, the max loss if I get stopped is $250 US, but if there is an extreme event, I can lose up to $1,000 US. All right, and what is the target, guys? All right, so try to find the target. Try to tell me in the chat. Let me show you the chart. Where do you see the target, guys? What is the target? Okay, it's not very difficult. Come on, guys. Give me that target. Okay, so whenever you take a trade like that, you need to think about the risk reward. All right, so risk reward whenever you do day trading should be always above 3. Okay, you don't want a risk reward below 3 because if you have half losers, half winners, and you have a risk reward of 3, you basically make 100%. Okay, I have a good answer for the target, 447 exactly. So let's check what risk reward is it. And first, let's put this target exactly where it should be. Okay, so it should be, once again, you guys understand where this target is coming from, and once again, the most recent past is the most important. Okay, so here, as you can see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reactions on the hourly time frame. I put it slightly above 447.8, and here I'm matching this one. Okay, so this is the good level. Now, like I said, whenever you want to take profits, you're gonna take profits slightly below. All right, so where exactly? I mean, it's visual. All right, we're gonna take profits here. So here is 457. Now, like I told you, we're never gonna put a taking profit order at a round number. We're gonna go just below. So 446.85, for example. Okay. So now let's compute the potential gain of this trade. And then we're gonna check, guys, if this trade is a winner or not. We're gonna check if first we get in or not. So the so to compute the potential gain, you take the number of shares. So where is my number of shares? It's here. Okay, sorry, I did it a bit like not very clean. Okay, so number of shares. Okay, so we said this is the number of shares. Okay, so we just divide the max loss by the risk. Okay. Okay, notional is here. Okay, I don't need this one anymore. Okay. All right, so the potential gain is the number of shares. So here, okay, 116. So let's take a round of this. Okay, so 116 shares times the maximum gain we can do on one trade. So target minus entry level, right? Okay, so we can make $1,250 US. All right, so it's a decent trade. So the risk reward is, in this situation, 1,250 divided, which is the potential gain, divided by the maximum loss, $250. So we have a risk reward of 5. So it's good. It shouldn't be higher than 5. Okay, if you have risk rewards higher than 5, I mean, it means that the probability of success is, I mean, very low. In terms of probability, it's around 20%. Now, if you're a good trader, you can reach 30, 40%, but it's still a bit low. So not higher than 5. A risk reward should be between 3 and 5 when you use this kind of strategies. All right, so we have our trade set up. Now let's pass it, guys. Okay, so we go on SPY. Okay, we buy. So we said, I forgot. We buy at 446.05. Okay, how many shares? 116. Okay, I'm gonna place it in GTC. So if I'm not executed today, I'm still gonna be able to be executed tomorrow. Okay, bam. Buy SPY. Okay, I'm checking if everything is correct. Okay, my order is placed. Right now I'm gonna place my my stop loss. So the same number of shares. Okay, this is a stop limit order. The limit is gonna be quite low because we don't want to miss the execution. So the stop loss is 443.9. Okay, so 443.9. No, sorry, this is the limit, so we're gonna go up to 442. All right, really much lower than the stop level, and the stop level is 443.9. Okay, we place that in GTC order as well. So I recap what is the trade. We're gonna buy at, so let me place that first. Okay, so now my orders are placed. So as you can see, I'm having those orders. So buying order of 115 shares at a limit price of 446.05, and I have a stop limit order at 443.9 with a limit price at 442. So this is correct, guys. It is good to go. So I'm happy I passed this first trade. I hope I'm gonna be executed. Okay, let me have a look at your questions. GME is ripping. Yes, bro. Pa. Let's have a look at GME. Woohoo! Indeed, that's, man, what's happening? 20%. That's very serious. Very nice move up. I'm happy I closed my short call position yesterday, guys. So let's check if there is any news. Do you guys see some news? Let me know if you see some news. I'm gonna check as well on my side. What's going on with GameStop shares today? So let's see. Increase in retail investors' interest. Okay, that's not the news. LFG, yeah, bro. Okay, so it's just technicals. Okay, there is nothing very I mean, there's no real news to me here. BBIG still low. AMC plus 6. But you see, guys, so now, okay, we are in a situation where, you know, selling GME and buying AMC makes sense. Okay, guys, so I need to analyze that a little bit more. I'm not going to do it right now, but like I said yesterday, those two are moving together, and whenever we have some strong moves up happening on GME, afterwards either GME corrects or AMC rips. So for now, GME is ahead of AMC, close to the 115 level. Okay, let's wait. Yeah, I mean, for now, I'm just talking about technicals, guys. So when I say selling GME, of course it's not taking a short position, it's taking you know, just reducing a little bit the position in GME and increasing the position in AMC. This is a trade that I think would make sense, but once again guys, I didn't analyze enough the data for now. What I'm seeing is that GME is coming close to a resistance level at 115, and AMC, the same resistance level is at 18. In the past, whenever GME was trading at 115, AMC was at 18. So so the spread is for now in favor of GME, and usually we've seen the spread, you know, keep staying stable. So let's see if this still happens. For now, I'm of course not gonna do anything. GME is way too strong today, so I'm happy to keep my shares. Increasing on AMC is an option. Let's check if we have something on AMC, guys, on the hourly time frame. You see, because we can very well take a position on AMC just like we've done on the SPY. Okay, but here the 20-hour moving average is not respected, as you can see, so it cannot be used. The 50-hour moving average is nice. Look at that, guys. Here, reactions, reaction, one here, and we missed this one. Okay, so this one is a good moving average to use on AMC. The 50 hours moving average is good to use. For now it's a bit far, so you might never buy if you wait for pullback close to this moving average. But if we see it, it's an easy trade to do with a tight stop loss, just like we've done on SPY. So if I see this happening, I will take a trade, as this moving average is moving dynamically. I cannot predict where it's going to be later, so I cannot set up my trade right now. But whenever I see that, I will set up a trade on AMC, buy some shares, guys. All right. What else do we have? Okay, guys. So X is not doing amazing today, just correcting a little bit. I'm still happy to keep my position here, guys. Bam, bam, bam. What is Bitcoin doing? SPY is still high. I hope it's gonna correct so that I get executed, guys, and tomorrow we're gonna check if this trade was a winner or not, and we're gonna take more positions. I'm gonna take at least one trade a day with you guys, and depending on what you really want to see, we're gonna adapt. If you want to see more day trading on AMC GME, it's gonna happen. If you prefer to see me doing something else, it's gonna happen too. Just let me know, guys. I'm here to do what you want to see. Okay, GME got rejected at 115. I'm not very surprised because it's the first time we arrived there. So we're probably gonna have the same kind of phenomenon we had at 109. You remember, guys, 109 was a resistance because on the daily time frame, the 50-day moving average was a resistance, so it gave us a level at 109.5. If you go on an hourly time frame, you can see that the 109.5 level here, okay, it's also the 200-day moving average on the hourly time frame. We got rejected, and it took us 3 hours to go above this level. So we can expect, in the very best case, the same thing to happen. So maybe a small consolidation here. As you can see, we need to be very close to the resistance level for bulls to keep control. So here, if we see the same kind of things, okay, it would be looking good. A consolidation here. Again, you see this volume was lower than the one trading before, so it's important to have a lower volume on the red candle that happens on this consolidation. And then if we have a breakout happening here, we could even go to 130, guys. This is the next resistance level. So let's see what is happening around 115. It's very exciting to watch that, guys. Okay, you can see we have another trend line that is coming here, guys. So we have a double resistance that is formed here. So I think we're gonna struggle a little bit to go above it. Right now we are just, you know, rejected, but nothing too bad. It's even healthy, guys. So let's see what's gonna happen. We don't want to get rejected too far from it. We want to stay around these levels, okay, and then move higher. So let's see guys what's gonna happen. I'm almost done for today guys. Give me some likes. I'm very happy that you are here with me. Once again, I'm gonna be doing that guys every day. I don't know, you have something to add, Gabriel?
No, just the thing we talked about yesterday, the GME AMC trade.
Yeah?
Since basically today you say GME is up 20% and AMC is only up 6%. Then when you look at yesterday, I think the premium you look at yesterday was 3%.
Yeah. So
more or less.
Yeah.
Today is maybe closer to 20%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not saying there is something to do, but
Yeah, definitely, I totally agree. So this is what I've been telling you guys, and Gabriel is reminding me what I said yesterday. But I want to, you know, work on the strategy a little bit more. I don't want to rush, but definitely we can see that GME is trading with a premium today of around 8-9% compared to AMC. Alright guys, but I'm going to come back to you regarding the strategy because I need to analyze more data. I've just done this premium analysis a bit, you know, quickly. I just compared everything to the lows, 87, 14.5, but I need to do that on different pivot points, okay? And then if I take the pivot points where we had the most volume, this is going to give me a good answer about how this spread is trading right now compared to what it was when we had big volumes trading. Once again, whenever the volume is big, it means that a lot of investors agreed upon a price. So this is what we call a fair price. We need to find what is the fair price of AMC and GME in the past, for example, 3 months, and compare the level we see today to these fair prices and see which one of those stocks is trading with which premium. And I will do that guys, and I will share with you this analysis, and based on that we can take some positions, but it's not easy to take a spread on stocks unless you have positions on both of those stocks, which is the case. So we might find something to do guys, but I want to wait for that. So once again for today guys, we are done. Thank you very much for watching. Do not hesitate guys to tell me what you want to see. Once again, I think that some day trading is interesting for you to know guys, how traders actually, you know, work during the day, what we do all day long guys, because this is, you know, how actually traders make money guys. Day trading is a good activity that is allowing you to, you know, sleep correctly because you don't have positions overnight, and to make some trades during the day, lock in some profits if possible. So let me know guys. Thank you again for watching, and I see you tomorrow. Cheers guys.